you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? You're feeling mad. Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling kinda sad too? You're feeling mad. You're feeling mad. Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too?
I'm sad.
Are you feeling mad?
Yeah, I'm mad.
Are you feeling kinda sad
Yeah,
too?
I'm sad too.
I'm
mad.
But
I'm kind of sad too.
But I'm mad.
But I'm sad at the same time.
Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad?
Yo, it's on beat.
Are you feeling kinda
Totally on beat. Love it.
Are you feeling kinda sad too?
I'm mad.
Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too?
Are you feeling mad?
Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad too? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kinda sad?
Let's roll! about the safety night. Remember we put the picture together? We talked about, yeah, how you doing? Good. Home notifications. You think it's going to happen this session? Not this session, but next session.
Well, it's possible next session. It's definitely not going to happen this session.
No. For patients, though. We gotta, we got people that are strain specific. They're actually strain specific. They need certain strains.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know. People that are strain specific. They're actually strain specific. They need certain strains.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know. They need certain strains.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know. Need certain strains.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know. Certain strains.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know. Strains.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know.
Wait, I like to laugh at the end there.
Certain strains.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know. I appreciate you. So,
You wouldn't be able to get it.
I know. I appreciate you.
Be able to get it.
I know. I appreciate you. 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 So, I appreciate you. No, I appreciate you.
Get it.
I know. I appreciate you. So, I appreciate you. So,
For me, you wouldn't even be able to get it. For me, you wouldn't even be able to get it. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know.
You get it? Hey, you get it? You guys get it? Do you get it? Y'all get it? You get what's going on here? So I spent the day educating. What you would normally call lobbying, I was in Trenton educating. And I saw Senator Scutari. And he walked past me, and I was being nice. I went, hi, Bear. Big Bear from upstairs. Hey, ho, ho. Hey. So I was in Trenton all day, and he walked past, and Dan from Hetty yelled out, Senator Scutari! And he turned around. I'm like, hey, Senator, remember we met at the Bruce Springsteen concert, and you told me that you were going to support Home Grow? And this is what he says to me. This is what he says.
Me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know. Look, they need certain strains.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know. I appreciate you.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
Robust chuckle.
Yeah, very robust chuckle they had there. He practiced that. He practices that chuckle in the mirror at night.
I believe it.
I don't even know what to say.
Nothing. You say absolutely nothing.
I just our politicians
Speechless.
are just really bad. They passed some kind of bill today for casinos to be allowed to own dispensaries or something where they're not supposed to. It's unethical, but they passed a law so that it can be ethical. So it's good now because they passed a law. Casinos and weed, yay!
I mean, it's not a bad combination.
I'm fine with it, but
I mean, if they're giving out joints while you gambling, hell yeah, I'm in there,
I'm all
baby.
about it.
I'm in there.
I love it.
You giving out $5 joints while you give out alcohol?
Remember?
$5 joints? Man, I'll do it all day. We going to the casino.
You'll get me.
Get
Yeah,
high.
you'll get me going there again.
I'll go to the casino to get high for sure. Play a few games.
Oh man. So yeah, Andrea went there, and I want to hear her story because I left early. I didn't leave early. I was there all day. I was there from 9 o'clock until like 1:30, 2 o'clock. No, yeah, 2. So I was done. My back is done after a certain. No, I'm done. I came here, took a nap. I fell out.
Oh, you were here?
I was here sleeping.
Oh, I believe it.
I fell asleep. Oh yeah. Very busy day in Trenton though. Chasing the Senator Scutari around. He scoots around. That's why he's called Scutari, because he scoots. I was in my wheelchair, and you know what he did? He scooted up the stairs.
He scooted around you and went up the stairs?
I couldn't follow him up the stairs.
Gotcha.
Even if I wanted to follow him, it would be a hard thing for me to do, and I gotta leave my wheelchair.
Look. Now they just gave you another point to press. Like I couldn't even get to the person I was trying to get to speak to them because they were able to run up the stairs and I can't do that. So,
Yep.
play the sympathy card.
He could have taken the elevator with me,
Why would he?
but he wanted to get away from me because he
didn't
doesn't
wanna
want to talk
talk to
about
you.
home grow.
He didn't want to talk to you.
You don't want to talk about this. He's got money coming in from MSOs. They don't want him talking about home grow. I found out who the who our opponent is. His name is I looked him up. The heck was his name? Oh shit. Oh shit, where is his name? Uh-oh. Do I have history? Can I check my history
On what?
on my phone?
Which phone?
On
What?
iPhone, they have
Where's-
history?
History of what, though?
What, the websites I was on, Safari and shit.
Yeah, click up. You gotta grab the bottom,
Yeah.
and slide up,
Yeah, doing that.
and then you'll see it.
Yeah. No.
Let me see it. I'll show you.
Oh, fuck. Damn. Johnson.
You slide it over. It gives you wherever you were.
Oh yeah, we could talk about this too. This just popped up. There's a thing called anal massage.
What?
Yeah, anal massage. I don't know why.
I don't like it. I don't want it. Doesn't sound like this to me.
Women and men are often afraid of receiving anal or rectal massage because of the stigma of this area or trauma linked to previous sexual experiences. However, it can be a pleasant experience if it's done properly. I don't know.
I wouldn't know. Don't care to find out. Next.
The anus is a group of sphincter muscles at the end of the rectum.
I said next.
I didn't know that.
I called next.
I called it. I called next. Send me that thing. I'll shut up. Oh, man. What was I looking up?
I don't care. That's your old private top. Leave it there.
Anything but that. Yeah. So he scooted away. He definitely scooted away today. He got me.
Monsieur Scudery.
El Rampador's kryptonite is steps. Everybody knows that steps. A step is a wall to El Rampador. I can only do so much. Superheroes have limitations, and El Rampador has a few. Not many. He's got a few. He's got abilities that are amazing. Actually, he wasn't there today. If El Rampador was there, he might have done things differently. It was just me driving around. If I put the mask on and I said, Scutari! Click my kiss, Scutari! Da, da, da.
You gotta get the music.
You know?
So when you're running up on him, you turn around and see you hear the music first. You're like, no.
Yeah, I need walk-in music. Yeah.
No, your superhero music. You
Superhero.
play it every time you run up on one of them. Play it right before you run up on them. So they hear you coming and get scared before they even see you.
Like Shazam has that, right? Does he have that? Or he used to.
I don't know. I don't know. Not really familiar with the cartoon.
Yeah.
I never really saw any of the cartoons or the comic books.
Even something like that. Wonder Twin power is activate. Something like that. I mean, anything.
Now you gotta play superhero music and run up on them. So every time they hear that particular music that's already familiar, it messes with them.
We could do it in post, bro.
No. See,
I know.
I'm trying to play a psychological game. Every time they hear that, they're gonna think it's you. Turn it around.
Well, you do it with the little radio, and then on post,
Just
you put
play
it in
some-
stereo.
yeah.
You do a nice version in stereo on
Play
post.
a certain song. Scare the hell out of them. Every time they hear it, oh please God, no.
No, it's not El
It's like,
Rampador.
please God, no. And he turn around. Oh, phew.
It's El Rampador and Bongolio.
It's just a car. It's just a car. Get scared for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, damn it, I hate that song. I wonder why it's all me.
All right. Are we on today?
I could be really dangerous if I want to be.
0-0.
That's going over.
Here comes one.
It's going over.
Here comes number one.
It's going over.
It's coming. Oh.
Oh shit, the blunt fell up. That's a new one.
That never happened before.
That's what I said. That's a new one.
Why'd that fall? It was like random.
It hit the
bump
it hit the crack, and it
Yeah.
was sideways. And so when it hit it, it flipped forward because the heavy part was up top. Did it say boop?
Drive
Well-
on a crack, break your mama's back.
That was an unfortunate accident. We lost all of our vegetation.
We did?
It fell out the back of the truck. We're not making it home with that. Not at all.
Can we roll a big fat one like we did last? Yo, that one we rolled last night was nice. That one- Oh,
Eat's my special jar of weed.
what does this special jar say?
Eat this is Laddie OG, but that's not what it is. That's just the jar I keep it in so I can keep it fresh.
Gummy jelly strawberry.
That was candy.
Still is.
No, that's the weed that smell like that. That's the jar. The weed smell like that.
All right.
Jeez,
Nothing
you would have
less.
no, don't do all that. You go with a super fat one. The Chong roll was gonna be like, what you
Too
doing?
much, too much.
It's like, we don't do all that. We need a bigger one. You know what I want to get? It's quite expensive. So we should probably go Dutch on it. It's the Wiz Khalifa bong. Did you see it?
No.
I'm gonna show you this shit, you're gonna lose your mind.
I have no money. For
No,
anything
just wait.
For,
just
for about
just,
a year.
just
Oh,
wait for it. Just wait
For
for
about
it.
a year.
I have no aspirations
I am
of buying
hurt.
that thing tomorrow.
Somebody just asked me for something. I'm like, donation for a good cause. And
Oh
I'm
no,
like,
I can't.
and
I'm
I'm
sorry.
like, I know it's a good cause, and I know, but I got $8,000 fucking credit card bill. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Bro, what you gotta say is I know it's a good cause, but so am I.
So is my bills, my thing over my head, roof over my head.
I'm a great cause
I'm
too.
hurting.
So that part.
Hurting, man.
I gotta facilitate my weed.
Hey, when I have money, I spread it around, but not right now.
Of course.
I don't have shit.
I'll give somebody my last in my pocket because I know I can go find more.
Yeah,
So it's not a problem for me. It's
can't find more right now.
never a problem for me. But and you talking about chill. I don't really know where that's going, so I'd rather keep it in my pocket. So yeah, no. I would not like to donate or sponsor whatever you want me to sponsor.
Now, Jesus was poor. He was homeless and poor, but he had benefactors. He had people that were always giving him money. He was financed
He was rich in other ways.
and rich in other ways, but he was also financed to do stuff.
And that's what made him rich in other ways. He never asked for that finance.
Yeah, no, he didn't ask for that.
And
He would have went
received
without it. Mhm.
And was grateful for it. It's what it is.
When he died, they were going to just do whatever. So Joseph from Arimathea, he would be a billionaire. Yes, I need the filter.
No. I'm asking, do you want to do two in there or just the one?
Two filters.
Oh, two different weeks. Or you just want to hit that area? Oh, that's nice.
I was gonna put some in here, but I don't think I need to.
I figure if you were gonna do that, I would say mix it.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna spread this one out. I'll roll the next one. This is the next one. Yeah, but a billionaire for his time would be Joseph of Arimathea. Billionaire by today's standards. And he gave Jesus his tomb. Money, 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 money.
To which he only used for 3 days,
Which he only borrowed.
allegedly.
Well, I don't question anything because you know what? There could be a spaceship up there in the clouds waiting for him that got him out of there. Who knows what the heck happened?
Allegedly.
Yep.
And
You
that's
never
where I'm
know.
gonna keep it.
Never know.
Allegedly.
That's why you gotta have faith.
Mhm.
That's why I tell atheists, I'm like, hey, if I'm wrong, hey, I got nothing to lose. But if you're wrong, you got everything to lose.
Yeah, if I'm wrong, what do I lose?
Nothing. Well, if you're an atheist, you lose everything. I get.
Well, yeah,
You're not got nothing to lose. Oh, I need a filter.
it's coming.
Did you throw it?
No,
Because you throw them and they go all over the freaking place.
huh?
Try to get the filter in Bongholio.
That's impossible. I mean, I
No,
can get
it's
it.
not. It's
I
not.
can get it
Yo,
pretty close.
I've seen people do dumb shit on the internet
no.
1,000
Facts,
times.
facts.
You do this 1,000 times, you're gonna hit it.
Facts.
Go for it.
I don't even think it would take me
Here.
1,000 times.
Here, you
but
can see it on camera too.
nonetheless,
I bet you'll get it first shot.
Nah, hell
First
nah.
shot.
I might get it close.
Come on.
'cause First couple of shots is pretty much, setting up where you need to throw it. Muscle memory.
You gotta throw it like a football with maybe some spiral on it.
Impossible. I look like a midget Brady?
Yeah,
No,
a midget Brady.
I'm 6'5".
Midget Brady. What does that mean? A midget Brady.
It would take a midget to throw this with a spiral. That's what I mean by midget Brady.
We gotta do an edit with one of those. That's all right. Go for it. I think it's gonna happen.
Nah, doubt it.
It's gonna happen.
I think it's gonna go over. It's like I said, muscle memory. Nope, right on the money, just off the side.
Yo, I'm gonna put a camera on that. That's gonna be part of the game. Maybe not this. Maybe the back of a truck. How about the back of the truck? That might work. Who's online? Hi, Marina. Hey, what's that say? I wish your jersey. Yeah, I wish we could vote. Well, we did vote. We voted and they ruined it. All right. A wrap, sir?
I thought I could eat that.
No.
Don't talk to me like that. Why are you talking to me like that?
Why are you talking to me?
Don't
Hey.
talk to me like that. Tell your mother.
You're.
What is
Are
that?
you feeling mad? Are you feeling kind of sad?
No, what is that?
Are you feeling mad?
This is quite
Are you
miserable to
feeling
listen
kind
to.
of sad?
What is happening? You guys show the camera because they ain't getting no context here.
Are you feeling mad?
It's that camera over there.
Are you feeling kind of
Just
sad?
getting no context.
Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kind of sad? Are you feeling?
Are you feeling sad? Yeah. Are you feeling lonely? Yeah.
Are you feeling horny? Oh,
No. Doc, what's that? What does mean horny?
where'd that come from?
What does mean horny? Here, son, put your hand right here. Oh, my bad. Wrong show.
Are you feeling kind of stupid? Yeah.
What in the hell? Sounds like a public school ritual. Are you feeling stupid? Yes.
I can play that all day. Come on, that's amazing.
Why? Because you guys don't teach us anything.
Feeling mad? You're. Are you feeling mad?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna randomly hit that every once in a while.
Are you feeling mad?
Yeah, it's gonna loop. So I'll every once in a while I'll just go like this.
Are you feeling mad?
Either that, you'll just hear something. You'll hear like,
You're
You got to put Are you feeling mad? That's the one.
all right,
feeling mad?
missed it.
Are you feeling kind of sad?
You got to be right there when you're talking about somebody and how they're not doing what they're doing. When you
It's gotta be a
Are
sample.
you feeling mad?
It's a great sample.
Are you feeling mad? Damn, that's funny.
That is great.
Feeling mad?
All day with that one.
Are you feeling sad?
You're gonna hear that throughout the whole year of 2024. So get used to that one, boys and girls.
We got to get a couple of them.
Yee.
Now you got to get a few Cartmans in there.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
we need some good ones. This mixer has all that, so I could just load up
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Are you feeling kind of sad, dude? You're are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kind of sad, dude?
Can't take it. And then you got to put a Cartman. What the?
Yes, yes.
Cartman. What the?
Totally.
That'd be hilarious. Oh man.
All right, so let me roll this sucker up.
You know this is still a work in progress.
Yeah, we're still playing around here.
But you know, are you feeling sad?
You're
Yeah.
feeling mad?
Yeah.
Sad? Yeah, you're feeling mad.
It's hilarious. Can't take
Are
it.
you feeling kind of sad, dude?
He sure is. He looks sad. He sure is.
I can't even roll this fucking thing. Oh shit.
Are you feeling mad?
It's the type of shit you do when you high. We only smoke half a blunt together.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
Are you rolling blunts?
yeah, you're
Yeah, you're rolling blunts. Are you getting high?
yeah, you're
Yeah, you're getting high.
Oh shit.
It's hilarious. He said, yeah, you're getting high.
Oh my god. Come on, I'm trying to roll this.
Are you feeling mad?
Yeah, because he ain't finished rolling a
I'm
blunt.
trying to
so-
roll this thing.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
No, when it does that, it's fine. It's going to roll into a cone, so keep going.
This is going to be a beauty.
Hopefully.
It's going to be a good one.
It could be a beauty or a booty. Send it back. It looked nice, but how does it pull?
We'll see.
I said, how does it pull? Oh, it's coming out. Fix it.
Yep.
Oh, it came out.
That's all right.
No,
There's a lot
that's
of
not
weed.
all right.
There's a lot of weed in
I
there.
don't care about that. The tip go, that's just it.
Put some more in there.
No homo.
Put some more in there. More.
Really?
There we go.
That's not enough? That's what you trying to tell me?
Oh,
That's what I said. It's a tip
oh.
falling out.
Fix that fucker.
Don't mind us, guys.
All right. It's not as good as the one from last night, obviously, but
Yeah, that one from last night was
Man.
pretty decent. Like, I don't know. You was feeling yourself last night. No homo. Scratch that. That means nothing. But yes, all heterosexual.
XY.
Yeah, all that.
Whatever.
Yeah, that part.
All right. Ready for liftoff.
Oh yeah.
Ready for liftoff. Hey, nobody's joining us today. Where's everybody?
Still recuperating from
They're
Monday,
all still recuperating.
from Sunday night.
Oh.
I think the lighter was too heavy.
Mm-hmm. You gotta account for all that shit now.
Everybody thought you wasn't having a podcast this early in the new year. Talking about weed. It never stops. Weed is year round. Look at that. The blunt is lit. That's when you know you rolled it right.
Doing this podcast for 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
10 years. At the State House started.
Congratulations.
This is our 10th year.
That's a good number.
I want this to be our last year of protesting at the State House.
Okay.
For weed. Like, I'm over it already. Just give us home grow.
Yeah. I want to win the lottery too, but take some time and a little bit of effort.
I'm gonna hit it.
And last but not least,
There it is. Oh, it was almost.
money.
Oh. Yeah, I'm feeling sad.
Uh-oh.
I'm feeling kind of stoned. Are you feeling stoned? Yeah.
Are you feeling mad?
That's hilarious.
all day. It's just gonna keep looping, so I'm just gonna. Yeah.
You can't sample it.
Yeah. Take some more. Yeah. Take some more. That's what I mean. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would be the sample right there to answer all your questions. And where's my no? I got a no over here somewhere.
That's a.
No.
I got that one over there.
He
So
said, "No, please God, no."
put it right on the mic.
No.
That's a good one.
For the last time, no.
Are you feeling mad?
No.
Are you kind of sad?
No.
Or, yeah, you're. Oh, are you feeling mad?
No.
Are you feeling kind of sad? Oh, are you feeling mad?
No.
Are you feeling kind of sad?
No.
Yeah, you're. Oh, are you feeling mad?
No.
Feeling kind of sad?
This is stupid. All right.
No.
All year with that shit, guys. So you can just tune out now.
No.
You could just tune out now because that's all you're gonna hear for 2024.
No.
And this.
Yeah, you're.
No.
Are you feeling mad?
No.
Are you feeling kind of sad?
N-O.
No.
How perfect is that? All right, no. So what I have to do is convert that to MP3s, and then
MP3.
load them into here, which I've never done.
All waveforms.
Yeah.
I can do that easily on my laptop. 2 seconds.
So I'll send it to you.
Oh, did I tell you I was a music producer too? That's
Yeah.
where the name Bear comes from.
Yes, we need to talk about that because we have some songs to do. And
Oh yeah, we got some music to play. Yes, if you guys were tuning in that one evening when we had the show and I had my introductory music, yes, that was
yes,
composed by yours truly.
that was good.
Yes, there's other ones. There's a lot more.
Pull that mic down a little bit towards you, as much as you can.
Ella.
It's good enough.
You know, I don't really want to be in the mic screaming in it. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds good. It's
It
not-
does, but in a sense, maybe my headphones are up too high or something like that because I can still hear myself when I'm back here, and it seems a little
I
bit
hear
more
you.
clearer.
But this is nice and bassy. When you're up on like this, like, hey.
I don't care how anyone feels about my voice. Sometimes it's bassy, sometimes it's high. What do you want from me? It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
I'm the pain in the ass sound Nazi. I'm the
Wow.
sound Nazi. I am.
You must hate my voice.
No, we love your voice. I want to hear more of it.
It's wild.
Are you feeling mad?
No. 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 How the parents be talking to the babies when they try to get them to stop in that rough ass voice? No.
Are you feeling kind of sad?
No.
Whoa. All right. Take
All
it
right,
easy.
I got you. You're not sad. You didn't have to go there, buddy.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We have a guest.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, guest. Hey, why we out of focus? What's going on there? Is there something on the camera?
Is that better? What is the smoke? Don't kill yourself, sir.
Try wiping that camera again. Something's on there. It's weird. Must be, yeah, it's better.
I
Hello?
think the camera's intentionally blurring your face.
Oh, good. Hello.
Yo, what up, fellers?
Mikey.
Oh, hold on.
What up, fellers?
How you doing?
Hey.
Chilling. How we doing?
Hey, man, we still alive. If that counts for anything.
Still alive. We doing this 2024 thing. I don't know what's going to happen, but we doing it.
First official podcast of the show for 2024.
Here comes my leaner. Here come. Oh,
Here comes my didn't even make it to the cliffer.
terrible.
You
Terrible.
guys going for leaners?
Yeah, going for the leaner.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Nice. So what are we talking about? What's going on, guys?
Well, Scutari.
Yeah, well, tell me about that. Please fill me in.
Yeah, I'll play it for you. This is me at the State House today.
Yeah, you're. Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kind of sad too? You're.
That was me at the State House. I was very sad and I was very mad at the same time. He got me. He used El Rampador's kryptonite against him.
The stairs.
The steps. He used the steps. He ran up the steps.
He ran up the steps
And
on him, baby. Can't keep me now.
Couldn't follow him.
Oh, crypto.
Yeah. He ran away. I was going to talk to him. And
He didn't want to talk.
He didn't want to talk.
That's why I told you need your music. One day he's gonna try to run for you and fall because he thought he heard you.
Next time I'm going to shake his hand and not let go like Jim Miller does and just not let go.
I'm still trying to figure this out.
I know.
I believe that's holding
Here.
someone hostage.
I'll play it for
So wait, hold up. Is there a video of it or?
Yeah. Hang on.
Please show me the video. I gotta see this, man.
You just see me. I didn't want him to know I was recording, but I didn't want him to get away without recording it either. Because I wanted to. I didn't want him to have a camera in his face. Because I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
like last time, we could have recorded that.
I know. But he said something even worse this time. Here, wait. This is ridiculous what he said.
How dare you?
Here.
How dare you?
Springsteen concert. Remember we took a picture together? We talked about, how you doing? Good. Home notifications. You think it's going to happen this session? Not this session, but next session.
Possible next session. It's definitely not gonna happen this one.
We got people that are strain specific. They're actually strain specific. They need certain strains.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know.
Hear that?
You wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know.
I heard that dumbass laugh.
That did not just
laugh.
What's that?
Yo, hold up, Lefty. Wait a minute.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it. He said.
Wait a minute. I'm not even able to. I haven't even started processing what I just heard. I'm not able to digest any of this because I still haven't processed it. Can you please play that one more time?
Okay.
They're actually strain specific. They need certain strains.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know. I appreciate it. So,
Thanks.
thanks, man.
Take care.
Up the stairs he goes.
Pew.
Ping. Zip. Pew.
And off he goes.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
Right, so he's a ginormous turd.
Damn, a turd? He went straight for it, huh?
Wow.
Well, yeah, I don't want to say the S word. I'm trying to keep it,
I get it.
Yeah,
how you really
that's a ginormous turd.
Turd. He's a turd. Also known as SH. Hold that. T.
SH.
SH.
That ain't it though.
So that was his sentence for me today. He's one sentence before he scooted away.
Pew.
It's probably the worst piece. Like that's probably the worst takeaway from any little interaction that you could ever imagine. He made that moment about him.
Clearly.
That's the weirdest. I don't even. Selfish is not even the word. You have to be an incredible egomaniac.
It was a smart.
Be able to
spin.
say that.
It was a smart spin.
It wasn't smart.
Not for you. For him, it was.
I don't think so.
Well, he turned.
Yes. In his eyes,
it on himself. So it was.
No, you're right about that.
Spin for
About
him.
me.
Yeah.
About how great I am.
Yeah, it was a smart spin for him.
Look what I did.
Yeah, I did that, not you.
You wouldn't have weed if it wasn't for me. Where were you when I was buying weed when I was 14? Been buying weed all this time without you.
He's buying weed for the same place you were.
That's the weirdest thing he could have ever said. That's the weirdest thing ever.
That was a fight or flight moment.
And he fought and flew. He took a little jab and he ran away.
He took a stab in right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, get away from me, bitch.
Yeah. Hiya.
He said, yeah, get away from me, bitch.
So basically what he was saying was that what you were supposed to do was properly thank me.
You're bothering me.
That's what you didn't do. That's what he was basically saying.
You didn't kiss the ring, Lefty.
Kiss the ring.
He said, "Dang, y'all asking for something else already?
Kiss your ring.
Slow down."
Kiss his ring.
That's pretty much what it sounded like to me. Y'all asking for something else already? Slow down.
Yo, that's
We just got here.
I'll take one for the team. If I gotta kiss his ring, I'll kiss his ring. Whatever that
no,
means.
don't ever kiss his ring ever again. We have to get better at these kinds of. I'm bad at it. I feel like I'm bad at it when it comes to like when we go to council meetings and stuff like that. I'm always watching these videos back and thinking, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. The thing I lack the most is not being able to seize on the opportunity of right after someone says something, because you don't know what someone's going to say, you don't know what their input's going to be, you have no idea what their angle is going to be. You can only speculate. So being able to think quick on your feet like that, like I watched that a little bit last night in Spotswood. Steve's really good at that. I love watching Steve in action. He's really good at I mean we all do this with you're playing the room, you're seeing how things go, but you certainly have ideas of things that you want to say and points that you want to make, and you want to make sure you get the most important ones out.
I knew once they mentioned the Helmeta shelter, he was going to say something. I knew at that point he had to say something, and he did.
Steve is great. Watching him in action is great. Yeah, he it's everybody has their different version of going up to the microphone and speaking during a public comment section. And the average person is not combative, and there's not too much to contest, even when people bring up issues that are concerning of them. But I like watching Steve in action.
I like watching you in action. Last night, you didn't give your name.
Did you watch you watched it?
Zero pushback.
Yeah,
not a peep.
Zero pushback.
Good stuff.
And the way politics works, you already know, man. It's like I almost wanted to thank the council president, after the meeting and stuff, because
almost
even if you know dirt on someone, or you have like an ability to expose someone's political corruption or public wrongdoings or whatever,
you point at them and you scream.
It's harder to do it when they're nice to you.
I know they do that on purpose.
Then it becomes very difficult because we're human beings. This is a very basic concept, so we don't see it often. It's different when we're met with kindness and it's receptive, and it doesn't happen all the time. But when it does happen, there's an immediate bond that's being made, and even if it's an illusion that this is like what the fact that someone is willing to do it, it changes things. You don't want to be mean to somebody who is being nice to you. It's pretty simple like that. When you're taking issues up with town politics and elected officials, it's not personal. It's not personal. They took this job. They're elected officials. They're supposed to be enhancements of the public's voice. They're never supposed to deter them. That's not what they're supposed to do. So the whole not giving your name, not giving your address thing, I don't have to give you anything that belongs to me to speak at a public meeting. It's that simple. And if what we're talking about is private, sensitive information that belongs to me, how dare you? How dare you? And after I spoke, there was a gentleman a couple seats down, because a person or two before me, he didn't give his name. He didn't hear them ask for his name. So he did his whole testimony. And then at the very end, he gave his name or whatever. So I was like, oh, this will be an interesting transition going into the, not giving my name. But there was no pushback. There was zero pushback, and I'm glad about that. And I don't know what I can chalk it up to, because I did it a few times with not giving my name and address. And it's always been under different circumstances with a certain town that has a different dynamic going on from every other town that I've done that in. So it was nice to see that there was no pushback.
They didn't really care.
No, and that's the best thing they can do. That was the least pushback I've ever had with not giving my name and address. And Lefty knows my deal. I won't do it no more, Richard. I won't do it. I will not exchange my Fourth Amendment right to exercise my first. I will not do it ever again. No, because it's worth it. It's worth it to protect yourself. You know, there's retaliation that can always come, and it's not even about that. It's not even what I worry about. It's not about safety issues. Those are not my concerns. I want to make sure that what I'm saying is the issue that I'm bringing up. I want to make sure that we're highlighting that, not where I'm from, what town I live in. Do I live on the bay? Do I live on the ocean? Do I live on a trailer park? This is not. This is not. This is not what matters.
Out of towner.
The most that I could remove from myself as an individual, and the most I can take away from my identity when given a public comment, it highlights the comment more. You know, because if they said, let's just say they were going to give me some pushback about it, I wasn't going to argue about it. That's your position. I sit right down and be respectful and be quiet. The same thing I've been doing this whole time. But I will file a lawsuit. I will certainly sue you for violating my rights.
He said, "Coming soon."
I will certainly do that for now, from here on out. Absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't belong to them. It's a public building. It's a public process. This is public. This is private, sensitive information that belongs to me.
Yes, sir.
It's like giving your ID. You don't have to give your ID if you're in public place, filming or something.
Out of all the things to give to speak at a public meeting, why would it be private, sensitive information? How violating? How violating?
Show your ID to speak. You have to show your ID to speak. If you have no ID, you can't speak.
Yeah, no, I don't want to play.
I'm not saying that.
I don't want to talk about if I'm homeless. I don't want to talk about if I'm in transition.
Right. What if you're homeless and you have to say, you say the shelter. They say, that's why I said that one time. They said, say the shelter you stayed at the last time. I'm like,
well, some towns also will say, like, if it comes down to it, and there's some banter back and forth about it, like, where are you staying tonight? You know, like that might be acceptable. It's like, oh, well, I'm chilling with this girl, Cindy. She'll be in Old Bridge tonight. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to Cindy's in Old Bridge tonight. Put that on the record. What are we talking about? So yeah, so I'm glad I'm not going to allow that ever again. It's been a fun process doing council meetings, right, Lefty? All these years, seeing how things have developed in all these towns and the different approaches, the different avenues to take, and it's all everything in life is spectrum, and we've done it all, and we properly we appropriate it per town. That's what always bothered me about, like, you know, people giving us crap and this and that. They don't understand that we've like done like so much homework on it. But like I say, some things are not meant to be understood by some.
I'm trying to join here. Hold on. Co-host.
Ed.
Okay, here we go. Take a shot.
But Steve is definitely fun watching, man. He's definitely a no sense character.
He's coming from a whole different perspective of somebody who's fighting for his rights, put his life on the line, and life and limb on the line for those rights that these towns are violating. So he's coming from a whole different angle of, hey, I fought for this stuff, and you're violating all the stuff I fought for. What are you doing? No. Hold on, let me check this out here. Hold on. Whoops. Sorry, I'm trying to do something here. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to fix something here. I know I hate that air, but I got to do something here. I got to be producer. We'll watch Mikey take bong hits. There you go. All right. the right ID. 1702. Is that the right one? Yes. Read it. Oh, there goes the truck. I glued the smokestacks on the Trump mobile.
Oh, nice.
They were coming off, so I had to glue them.
Did you watch? You watched Steve speak last night too?
Yeah.
Did you watch his wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she was pointing and yelling, right?
She's perfect in a council meeting. She knows when to raise her voice,
Right at
and
the
she
end.
knows how much you're supposed to raise it.
I
And
love
she
when
raises it
point. Always point.
appropriately,
Mm-hmm.
but depending on what she's saying. Yeah, she's very good. I mean, we saw her speak in Spotswood last time we were there. But after seeing her again last night, I'm like, yeah, she's really good. She's really good at keeping these people accountable. It takes a certain type of person, certain type of to have that in you or whatever. And she's good at it. And
Unfortunately, we have to
they're
keep
cute,
fighting.
the two of them together. The fact that they're both like willing to like hold their like elected officials accountable, and the fact that they're both like good at it, that's cool. I like that.
We have to. Nobody else is doing it, it seems.
Yeah, that's why what we do is very unique, Lefty. Like we go to these towns and we see who are the town watchdogs. And it's always cute. It's always like fun. You just this is everybody's livelihood, at stake for what it's worth. But not a lot of people do this state traveling kind of thing or whatever. But the issues that we've tackled have been things that only makes sense to approach it in that way. And it's just different. Not too many people go to a lot of council meetings all over the state. You know what I mean?
No. Only a few of us are doing that now. Unable to connect. That's not me. She can't get in. Turn off your Wi-Fi, I guess. I don't know what to say.
Was someone trying to join or have problems?
Yeah, she's having issues joining. I think she's on a computer and she can't join. Error code. Yeah, it's just Zoom. It is just Zoom. I don't know. We can't get her on today. Hopefully she'll come on. And it's good because Dan was there. I don't know if Dan recorded the video of that. I hope he did. I got audio of it, but Dan might have video, which would be great.
What today with Scutari?
Yeah, because it would show him going up the stairs and me in my wheelchair and him just going up the stairs where I can't follow him. Like,
what did you record him on?
I had my phone in my lap, facing up, just facing up. I don't want to put a phone in his face because I wouldn't have the.
No, it'd go different. Yeah, I know.
It's not the same. I do that for a reason. I put phone in your face because I want you to be good. I want you to act nice. I want to hear the real Scutari, and that was the real him.
Yeah.
Real him. That's sad.
If you put the camera in his face, you never would have got that kind of comment left. I still haven't even processed that. When we end the podcast and whatever, and I watch TV and I lay in my bed after my tonight shower, I'm going to be thinking about that when I'm in the shower. I'm going to be thinking about that comment. That comment is very, very, very. It reminds me of when we met him at the Springsteen concert in the room, and he talked about, not medical for all these issues,
From patients,
same kind of thing. And there was no camera on. That's you got the real story.
I appreciate it.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know. I appreciate you.
So you should.
I need certain strains.
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be able to get it.
I know. I know.
Listen to me. Go. I know. I'm just being nice. I'm trying to be.
I know.
Nice.
No, it's Lefty. I have no issues with that. But I mean, I would have.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
I wanted him to keep talking. I didn't want to like. Nah, keep talking. Nah,
Yeah.
ran away.
Yeah.
Ran away. Hell.
Feeling
Yeah,
mad.
no. Lefty, I can't believe you got what you got. You did good. That's insane.
Are you? You're
Hey, come on, keep playing. Play the loop.
Are you feeling? Are you?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you feeling stoned? Yeah. Are you feeling kind of dabbed out? Yeah.
Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kind of sad? Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kind of sad too? Yeah. Yeah, you're. Are you feeling mad? Are you feeling kind of sad too? Yeah.
Yes, I'm butthurt. I'm feeling kind of butthurt today.
No, you did good, man. I can't believe you got that on video. That's insane.
Thank you, Dan, because you know what? I was following him because he was talking to somebody. I didn't want to interrupt him. But then we're following him, and then all of a sudden Dan's like, Senator Scutari! And he turned around. And I was like, oh, Senator Scutari. Bruce Springsteen, remember? Remember you were drinking all the what the hell were you
Tito's.
drinking?
I think it's Tito's. I don't know. There's a lot of bottles of Tito's in that room.
You were drinking that fancy wine and vodka? Gabagool? Remember we had Gabagool together?
He's like, yeah. If you wouldn't have any of this weed shit if it wasn't for me. What do you want?
Yeah. Yeah,
what
you know what? What do you want? You wouldn't even have weed if it wasn't for me. What do you want?
It's a weird. It's almost like a non-interaction, but almost like the worst kind of interaction. So it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Take what you got there.
And thank me.
Yeah, you should thank me. Kiss my ring, Lefty.
Kiss the ring.
Kiss my ring. Here, I'm gonna bend over. I didn't mean the ring on my finger.
Yeah, kiss my.
I think I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Senator Sick Scutari. Senator Sick Scutari.
Scutari.
Yeah. Instead of Nick
Ladies
Sick.
and gentlemen, can you please look right here?
Senator Buttiari. Buttiari. Butari. Oh, who's that? Oh. All right, right on. Andrew got on. What a great day. I'm glad we went there today. How you doing? I can't hear you yet. You just have to unmute. But yeah, we were all at the State House today, and I left at a certain time, like around 1:32. Did you have any luck after that lobbying in the lobby?
Well, after that, it actually wasn't in the lobby that we made progress. It was back inside. There was a brief recess after the safe staffing discussion by all the nurses. And in that recess, myself and a few of the other advocates that were there with us were able to go up and actually speak with Vitali, which was nice because he was able to recognize who we are and what we're trying to accomplish. It was again clarified that it seems like Scutari is going to be the only sticking point. And if we can keep calling, keep emailing his office, that'd be, making sure he's aware of the will of the people. And Vitali is going to do what he can to make him aware of the will of the Senate. He's going to be speaking directly with him and getting back to us. Hopefully we'll be able to do an informational hearing, within weeks instead of months or years. Hopefully we can get this on. Kristen of Trichome Analytic went right up to him and said, like, hey, I know Scutari says like the industry isn't ready, but I'm here to tell you we are the industry and we're saying we're ready. So it seems like the politicians are ready to listen, and it seems like we'll be make some real action on this in the immediate future. It's just a matter of honestly of keeping the pressure on Scutari more than anyone. Singleton, who is our sponsor, is definitely open to working on the language and the 10 by 10 canopy that seems to work for both us and opposition. But anyone, especially in Senate President Scutari's district, that is call and ask for meetings in regards to home grow, that would be the best bet too, because if you're in someone's district, they have more obligation to you as one of their constituents. So I believe he's district 21 or 22. So I'm not, I gotta check notes, but I believe that's like Clark or Plainfield.
Yeah, Clark.
Broadway, potentially. I'm not sure if Cranford is or not. So if you're anywhere near any of these areas, definitely be checking and finding out what district you are, finding out who's your senator, and hopefully it's Scutari. Call his office. You know, the aides there are nice once you call a few times and they start recognizing who you are. And just be persistent, because right now we need to show them we're not losing momentum. I think a lot of people are surprised at what we pulled off in the last few weeks. The industry letter only started circulating over Christmas. So between Christmas and New Year's, a lot of people take a lot of time off, and there have been a lot of people behind the scenes really still pushing. So it's definitely cool to see it start coming together, and it's definitely cool that the politicians seem more receptive than ever before, to be honest. If you don't think calling them matters, understand it took me 3 weeks to get an actual meeting with the senator, and then to be able to walk into a committee meeting with other people and be able to introduce them. So just keep calling every day if you're in one of these districts, or if you want to be involved. You know, feel free to reach out to any of the groups that are involved, but also definitely call your senator, call your assemblyman, call them again and say, hey, it's me. I know we talked yesterday. I'd like to put in another note about home grow. I'd like to talk about this bill again. I'd like to schedule a meeting when they have time. I'd like to speak with the scheduler. It's really that easy. It takes 3 minutes, and it takes 3 minutes, and then do it for about 3 weeks, and apparently you can get there. So it's not as inaccessible as people think. And in terms of showing what we can do in 3 weeks, January 25th, we're doing another event at Trenton at the State House. You guys are doing the hot box for home grow, and everybody's in, right? So instead of just being inside trying to track down Scutari while he sprints away, we'll be outside, able to smoke, able to celebrate and show community and support. Because now that we have industry on board, we want to be able to really show every part of New Jersey is ready for this. You know, it's the cannabis community, and bring your friends or bring your relatives who aren't necessarily part of the cannabis community. You know, show them that we're not so scary, that we can all do this together, that home grow doesn't have to be so hidden that it can't even make the agenda for 2 years.
And you don't have the hot box, but you probably should.
That's why I'm saying, hey, you can bring people who are outside of cannabis, like
Absolutely, yeah.
block party vibe. Not for nothing, some people smoke at block parties, some people don't. So everyone's welcome. You know, we want to, it doesn't have to be a somber event. You know, I know a lot of advocates are tired from doing this for a very long time, but let's make these type of things an opportunity to actually enjoy the fact that we can all get together and smoke. Enjoy the fact that, like, we've made it this far, and to show them we're not scared to just push it through that finish line. Like, we're all going to be out here again. If we make it seem like it's miserable for us to be out there, they're going to think we're going to give up. You know, let's go have some fun. Let's go hotbox for home grow. Let's go invite the senators outside between their meetings and nice welcome. You know, this doesn't have to be angry pickets. This doesn't have to be sad. this can out on January 25th and have some fun.
Are you feeling kind of sad, dude? You're.
Hey Jesse, what's up?
Jesse, what's up?
Doing good. So looking forward to the hot box for Homegrow on the 25th. I told my staff we're gonna bring our whole dispensary crew through. Very much so looking forward to coming through and support
Right
the
on.
cause for Homegrow as much as we can right now, and trying to get as much industry support as we can right now as well. Because it is, in my opinion, hypocritical to be a part of this industry and not advocate for equal access and for Homegrow. And so
Yeah.
it's something we're really passionate about, and so grateful for you guys organizing and everything that you are doing. It was so great to see you at the State House today.
It was great to see you too. It was great to actually start getting the team together in one place, because I know everybody's had a lot of separate conversations about who wants to be involved and who's trying to support this, and it's cool to see the team come together. And I think it was a good sign to them that, like, hey, we weren't even on the agenda, but we still could have started that informational hearing today if we needed to.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's been a real turning point having dispensaries like Big by the River come on board, having labs like Trichome come on board, because it really says something when people are willing to stand up and say this is hypocritical. And it also says something about how few people are willing to do that compared to how many people are willing to just quietly profit.
Yeah. I
and-
can't believe there's not more dispensary owners that are coming out for in favor of home grow. I'm just so surprised, and I commend you, Jesse, for your efforts with all of it. I'm just very surprised. That's the way. Surprised but not surprised. You guys know how that goes. It's like almost like, I don't want to say there's an inevitability, but it's like from a professional level, I'm like, how could these places not at least want to seemingly be upfront with wanting to help patients, with wanting to make sure that they are provided or can provide for themselves with the best medicine? And that small window of opportunity will be gone soon if we do wind up having home grow. So even if it was just for a business standpoint, I'm surprised that some of these businesses can't even do it for themselves. And when it's genuine, and that's why I said commend you, Jesse. You guys, I love that about you guys.
I think is forward and release the lists and start getting public and getting vocal about, like, hey, here's the list of people who did sign in industry support. Here's a list of the good guys that are out there fighting for home grow. And here's the people that have said no. And here's a list of the people that we're waiting on a response from. Hopefully we'll be able to start letting them see that, like, whether you take it as a marketing opportunity or whether you take it as you just want to be on the right side of history. Like,
for sure. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
I think every week we should probably release a new list of who's actually on industry support, because there are a lot of people out there right now that I've noticed, business wise, industry wise, that are willing to share an Instagram post to make it look like they support home grow, but have not actually responded to anyone trying to get them to sign the industry letter, or they haven't actually signed it, even if they said they would. So I think moving forward, having that accountability inside the government, inside the industry, and, we're going to start having accountability across the board, because
I mean, the politicians, they wouldn't be able to get away so easily with making comments about, like, needing to get the market up on on its feet. If dispensary owners were largely in support of home grow, it would cut a large portion of this time frame that it's taken for all the legislation and the bureaucracy to make this happen. But yeah, to not be on the right side of history is like a personal crime against your own moral code if you have character. But that's on those. That's on the other people.
I like your idea of like trying to gain some momentum, because I do think there is like, unfortunately, if you look at the majority of the industry in the state right now, it is not super representative of local ownership. It's not super representative of independent ownership, of people that are social equity businesses, of people that are from the legacy. And I'm hoping that we will see more of those businesses come to fruition in the coming months, in the coming years. We've got a sprinkling right now, and they're incredible. And I want to see more of them come through and actually show support in a real way right now. But releasing lists like that and being able to like show there's a level of guilting the ones that are going against it clearly, but also really trying to show the ones that are trying to support, because they're few and far between, and it's hard to be a small business and like an independently owned one in this industry. And so like ones that do come through, I we're going to keep the pressure up with the people that we know in this industry. And I do think, because they've used us as an excuse, to be real. Like the lawmakers have said, it is this industry and allowing us to get up on our feet is what's important, and why they're not allowing for home grow right now. But people that are home growing in the state are already home growing in the state. Like if we legalize, it's not going to drastically impact the industry in any type of way that like we haven't seen that in any of the other states where they've legalized home grow as a part of adult use. And so there's really no good excuse for other businesses to not jump on board right now.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
realization that if a patient needs a customized strain, you can't customize a strain for every single patient, can you? Like practically, physically, it's not a business model that even makes sense. Like that would tank your market if you were responsible to do that.
Yeah,
So
100%.
patients like me, sometimes if I don't have options to buy there, or if not to be harsh, but dead people don't buy things from dispensaries. Like it doesn't matter how much I want to spend my money there. If my health fails because I don't have access to certain customized things, doesn't matter how bad I want to support you. That's not where, I'm not going to be able to. Whereas if I do have home grow and can make my specialized medicine, I'll be able to come buy recreational products. I'll be able to use more safely, or I'll be able to indulge in things that I can't necessarily make the same kind of way at home. You guys have some really interesting products, and you have things that would take a lot more than home grow is capable of to be able to produce.
I feel like we're already at that point where like retail recreational marijuana has been the general consensus of what New Jersey feels, what New Jersey understands that we have. The whole aspect of medical marijuana in New Jersey has been largely forgotten about. It was talked about in extent in 2018, 2019, those years. But I mean, for the most part, we're in a recreational state, and the medical aspect of it has been completely forgotten. And like you said, Jesse, you wish you would see the support in a real, genuine way from other dispensaries owners. I'd settle even for it in a fake way, like I was saying before. Just be fake about it. Do it for financial reasons. Do it for seeming like you actually have a character type reasons. But it just shows the big business and how it's running things. And we're in a recreational world. The entity of medical marijuana has been so largely forgotten.
Got stepped over.
Stepped right over.
Like Fredo.
Forget about it.
Hey guys.
Hey, Chris Goldstein, how are you,
Chris?
Good. Did you guys see the bill that passed in the Senate Judiciary today?
Are you talking about Scutari's bill?
Yeah, Senator Scutari's "Let's Allow Legislators to Be Lawyers for Cannabis Dispensaries" bill. That's it.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Considering isn't Scutari a lawyer?
Scutari is a lawyer, but he's technically the guy. He is double dipping in a job he doesn't show up for as the municipal prosecutor in Linden, New Jersey. So He's that kind of lawyer. But so today, and this is really weird because last year I spent about 6 months threatening to file a legislative ethics complaint against Senator Scutari. If you remember back in 2022, when they first opened the adult use stores, they did it from the medical dispensaries. And if you remember, Senator Scutari was really upset because the CRC wasn't issuing those permits to like Curaleaf fast enough. And he was out there saying that. And he was just like, I'm going to hold a hearing and I'm so upset. And it actually turns out that he was breaking ethics laws when he did that. You don't have to represent a particular dispensary to break the ethics laws. You just have to be a legislator trying to influence the CRC to issue permits for anyone.
Oh.
So he doesn't have to be he doesn't have to be a lawyer for any dispensary to break the ethics rules. And guess what? Those ethics rules are universal for New Jersey government, which means that they don't just cover the conflicts of interest rules for cannabis businesses, don't just cover like the legislature, it's mayors, city councilors, the zoning board officers. It covers any elected or appointed official in the state of New Jersey.
Yep.
So have you guys ever heard of a senator named, he used to be an assemblyman named Raj Mukherjee?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Hudson County. He's Mr. Hudson County. Now, Raj Mukherjee was an assemblyman. Now he's a senator, and he's a pretty prominent guy in Hudson County. You have to understand that, I mean, I interviewed him back in 2018. He's like a one-man MSO. He is also a lawyer and a business broker. And he, at one point, I mean, in the same month, was representing more than a dozen dispensaries in New Jersey and in Delaware. Before adult use, it wasn't illegal for Raj Mukherjee to own a dispensary and be an assemblyman. And that's exactly what he was doing. After we passed the adult use laws, they made that like illegal with the conflict of interest law. And Senator Mukherjee realigned his businesses and some other people realigned their stuff. So what Senator Scutari did today was a big favorable giveaway to his pals like Senator Mukherjee. Basically, in a very busy day at the legislature, they unanimously passed this bill at the Judiciary Committee that would potentially allow legislators to serve as lawyers for cannabis businesses and represent them and essentially be a part of those businesses, which I think is very much not cool. So we have not had a cool history with this. So, you know, along with blocking home grow, they're also trying to put themselves in charge of the industry that they're protecting. At the same time, there have been rumors about disbanding the CRC. I think this is like House of Cards stuff. This is like weed House of Cards in New Jersey.
Yeah, I heard that. That's scary. Because I think I trust them more than I trust Murphy and Scutari. I trust the CRC more than those two.
My biggest CRC is they have no one on the board or anything that specifically understands science, no one with a science background. So they're not really understanding even what they're regulating a lot of the time. It's like the CRC has definitions on their website, like for concentrate, that are just wrong. And they're not able to listen to some of the information that's presented because they don't have like the adequate background and language for some of the new research.
It's tough in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. I did an interview this week about high potency THC products in Pennsylvania's dispensaries. And the problem there is when you look at the label, they've got the THC labeled at like, I don't know, let's pick a number, 20% on flower. But on the flower, they've got the CBD labeled as 0.0%. So when I see the CBD at 0% and I've got all the other cannabinoids listed, I'm already suspect as to the accuracy of that label. It really seems suspect as to the science going on there, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
In Pennsylvania, they only have 4 laboratories that work for the entire industry. So, and here's what's interesting. So I do a lot of comparisons because all of the medical operators in Pennsylvania now have a dispensary in New Jersey. And like Apothecarium, which is Terracent, right? They charge half as much for the same products in Pennsylvania as they do in New Jersey. And for small business owners, this is a big deal now because these are the wholesalers. So they're not giving the small business owners of New Jersey, the wholesalers are not giving the small business owners a very good deal. They're not giving them good margins to go to market with. But in Pennsylvania, they're selling the products at less than they sell it for wholesale in New Jersey. That's really the sin. So
Gouging.
Go ahead.
It's price gouging.
It is, I mean, in any other commodity, that's what it'd be called.
As a state for when federal does change and they open interstate, because why would anyone stay here? Why would once we're allowed to have interstate travel, why wouldn't we just buy, like if it's cheaper to buy it retail in Pennsylvania, why wouldn't
I think, okay, so that's the real question though, right?
Actually allow a proper industry to develop here. Scutari is saying like, hey, we're protecting the industry or trying to get that off the ground, but by not allowing anyone to home grow, we're not allowing anyone to educate themselves or have experience in these industries. It actually puts the weight and financial responsibility of education on the MSOs and dispensaries and the caretakers. And New Jersey has no appeal. Once federal laws go down, like New Jersey is going to be exporting its money, not its cannabis. And it's the states that are exporting their cannabis, once those federal restrictions go down, are going to be the ones that are raking in millions and billions long term, whereas other states are going to go dry.
Well, the mom and pops have to play by the same rules as the MSOs as far as pricing and all that too, right? So, I mean, Jesse, how does the mom and pops keep up with the rules that the MSOs have to follow? Because that's big money that you're competing with. So that's why we have to support the mom and pops like Baked by the River. Everybody
yeah. It's honestly, the industry is not set up in a way to support the mom and pop shops. It's not structured, and honestly, there are a lot of predatory aspects to how it is structured. And so, as a mom and pop shop within this industry, it's definitely a bit of an uphill battle. And like Baked by the River, we pride ourselves on being for the people, for the community, and before we are for the profit. Like, that's not our priority here. Came from the legacy. We got the opportunity to open this down in our community because we were originally shut down in our community as legacy market operators, and we're able to turn that around and get the support of this community to be able to open. And so, like, we have a particularly lucky spot that we're in because we have an incredible local city here in Lambertville, and Lambertville is actually, like, of all the municipalities in the state, only Montclair beat us as far as the percentage of people that voted in favor for cannabis legalization. Like, Lambertville was number 2. It's 82% of the population here voted in favor of cannabis. So I'm lucky to be in a very cannabis supportive town where we were already well established as legacy market operators. And we hired a lot of legacy market operators from our local municipality as well. So, like, actually 80% of our workforce was directly harmed by the war on drugs, and like we intentionally hired the weed dealers so they could keep being weed dealers, and that's brought a lot of local community in support of us as well. Like, we're really trying to find ways to work with the legacy, work with, like, the community is already here, the culture is already here in New Jersey, and there is a lot of change that is right around the corner on a national level, and something that we are all, like, very much paying close attention to right now. And like, I'm right on the border of Pennsylvania. Like, we might be the closest dispensary to Pennsylvania. I don't know. Like, I can walk less than 5 minutes away and I'm in PA. And so it's a really interesting, like, that was something that when we first opened, being on a border town is a really big deal. for someone like when you're on the legal side of that border. And that's something that can change and hopefully does change sooner rather than later. And like I'm looking forward to that change and like honestly just finding ways that we can set ourselves apart and like work with the actual other mom and pops out there and find the real craft. It's definitely like it's a hard industry to navigate. But if you can find some authenticity in it, I'm banking on that right now. And I'm banking on my local community here in Lambertville because they've always had our back and we've always had their back. And so I'm hopeful. But I stay optimistic. But like it is, there's definitely a lot of change in the future. And I hope I'm like fingers crossed sooner rather than later.
And that's the really cool thing where if we do get these changes pushed through in the way that we're looking to, it'll give mom and pops and it'll give patients both a better fighting chance because with craft cannabis benefits everybody. It benefits, the recreational consumers who just want the best of the best. It benefits the patients and it benefits the dispensaries because they're able to make real recommendations or offer patients real options, real savings,
What's that word? What was that word? Caraft? Caraft?
I swear, soon enough it's coming.
Craft.
Like-
Craft
like
cannabis.
craft-
What is that? Can you explain what that is? Can someone explain what craft cannabis is, please?
Craft cannabis, it's like small batch, like your equivalent to micro brews in the world of beer, where, it's people are spending actual time and attention working on the products. It's designed for quality, not just quantity. Most of the commercial grows in New Jersey are forced to, grow for yield, or with certain testing limits in place, they're just going to grow for yield because they're going to remediate the plants before they hit dispensary shelves anyway. Craft cannabis is customizing strains for patients, is true caretaking, is clean medicine, small batch medicine, and it's not. Unfortunately, a lot of times craft cannabis these days in the legacy market gets confused with like the hype market and exclusivity. Craft cannabis is really just quality above all else.
Well, Mikey, did we have craft cannabis the other day? You had the cookies, right? It was an $80 eighth. We smoked an $80 eighth that we didn't buy it. It was a gift. But was that craft cannabis, that $80 eighth?
No.
Did it? Now wait, did that $80 eighth clean your bathroom before you smoked it? Because the only way it's going to be worth $80 if it cleaned your bathroom before you smoke it. Did it clean your bathroom?
I think I was the most disappointed out of no, it didn't. No, it wasn't helping me pay the bills, Chris. Definitely not. It was very disappointing. And I'll go as far as saying, it was heartbreaking. Yeah, definitely.
$80. I looked at 62 adult use menus today. And I'll tell you what, it was the prices right after January 1st, traditionally in a lot of markets, I mean, food and retail, even if you go to Target, you're going to see that the prices are up. But right before the holidays, there were a lot more deals out there. Brutes Roots is coming in at $156 for an ounce. They have essentially like $40 quarters of their ground locally grown stuff. They are knocking it out of the park for affordability. Everyone else, if you go down the list, it's like $225, $250 is the pretty much average price for an ounce right now. But again, if you look at these same dispensaries, if you look at the same brands like Ascend and TerraSend and Cureleaf, if you look at their Pennsylvania dispensary prices, they're literally half that. I mean, you can get an ounce in Pennsylvania from TerraSend for $100. And it's like the same strain, even name, as they sell in New Jersey for $250 or $300. And again, back to the small businesses, these are the wholesalers. That's what's really hurting the small business market here. is that the large corporations, even though they have these large industrial grows, and in Pennsylvania they can sell it for $100 an ounce, they're not even selling it wholesale for $100 an ounce to the small business people to try and make a profit. So it's really a tough structure. I mean, I do see that there's going to be, Brutes Roots has proved that a small vertical can drive the price down, and that's good, right? I don't know if there's enough operations like that. Here's the sad part, though. If you look at other dispensaries, there are some Brutes Roots, available, but it's $40 an eighth. It's twice as much as their home dispensary is selling it for in Egg Harbor Township. So the market is very weird. Are people willing to drive to Egg Harbor to get a discount on weed? I mean, if they're driving a distance to save up to $150, they probably will. They'll probably drive all the way to Egg Harbor Township for that $150 ounce of weed. And Jesse, you're like on the Pennsylvania border. My girlfriend lives in Pennsylvania, so that's how I see all the menus over there. She's a registered medical marijuana patient. So it's like, we're looking at the menus. It's like, should we go to an adult use store in New Jersey and $300 for an ounce? Or should we go and get the $100 ounce from the Pennsylvania medical side? That's a huge difference for somebody, that's a $200 difference for essentially the same product.
Yeah.
Whew. It's tough.
Yeah, and that's why once federal regulations change too, it'll be easier for mom and pops because they tend to educate themselves, and you guys are the only ones pushing for better grows. I'm sorry, my dog just got her toy, so I don't know if you can hear the squeaking. But you deserve to be able to cross that border and find cheaper medicine instead of being held hostage by the wholesalers here in New Jersey who are driving up prices and driving down quality.
Yeah, we also just need more cultivators coming to market here too. Like it's been a rough go for a lot of the craft cultivators that I know that are from the legacy, that are micros, that are mom and pops, that like vast majority are really struggling to make it to market, and the prioritizations that were supposed to be there are not coming through effectively, and that's been an issue that I've had with the CRC. Is a lot of the promises that we came to expect in the beginning have really not come to fruition, and how the market has come to fruition. And so it's been where I've got hopes for the next 6 months. I've got hopes for prices to start to normalize. We're already starting to see it slowly. And as more come to market, it's inevitable. Like just basing off of like other markets on the East Coast, like you look at Massachusetts, prices will start to normalize eventually, but for the patients, that's not soon enough. For people that require home grow, that is not soon enough. And that's why we're really advocating for home grow as soon as we can get it right now, because that's the only way we can really guarantee equal access, no matter what socioeconomic level you're at.
And when you say prices will start to normalize, in Massachusetts, they never started as high as like rosin is going to start here.
Yeah, truth.
We need home grow for immediate access, but it's a little harder of a situation here to ask patients to like grit their teeth and wait when it's literally going to be introduced to the market for 3 times the price it was to the Massachusetts market.
So here's the thing, like I have to say one of my priorities for this year is it really was striking when I was at the CRC meeting last time. We're losing medical marijuana patients in New Jersey flat. We're losing them so fast that they've dropped the registration price to 0, basically for the state side. And it is weird. Like, okay, so back to this Pennsylvania, New Jersey comparison. Pennsylvania has 12 million residents. New Jersey has 9 million residents. Pennsylvania has 163 operating dispensaries that 29 companies run and grow for, right? New Jersey has like 80 dispensaries with like 11 growers right now, basically. So, but here's the big difference. Pennsylvania has 970,000 registered medical marijuana patients right now, nearly a million. And we're talking nearly 1 in 10 adults in Pennsylvania has a card, right?
Wow.
So how did that happen in New Jersey? And New Jersey now has less than 100,000. So New Jersey has literally like 10% of the patient population of Pennsylvania. And we've had a program longer in New Jersey too. Here's the weird part, like 4 years long. So why is that? Why do the two states have such a difference in the patient numbers? And one of the biggest things is the fact that you can get your medical marijuana recommendation at an urgent care in Pennsylvania, but you can't in New Jersey. And you can get a medical marijuana recommendation from like the Penn Cancer Center in Philadelphia, but you can't get it from the major cancer centers in New Jersey, if that's like the weirdest, right? So, like, Lefty, where did you get your recommendation from? And how much did it cost? How much did it cost?
$1,600.
No.
And I had
Are
to
you
wait,
serious?
and I had to wait a year. Yes.
You're kidding. It really cost you $600?
Damn,
16
that's awful.
1,600.
No way.
$400 a visit. I had to see her 4
What?
times within a year. That's why I was so mad when I went to Keensburg and the cop said he was going to arrest me after I jumped all the friggin' hoops. I spent all this money and they're still going to arrest me. That's why I started going to the police stations, because the amount of money I had to spend on a friggin' card, piece of plastic.
Lefty. Jesus.
I know.
The population is dropping in New Jersey. Medical patients are more regulated than rec consumers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, and yeah.
Whereas rec consumers don't. Medical patients have none of the protections that we're supposed to in terms of home grow or institutional access. We can't bring our medicine into the hospital anyway. Why am I going to pay you for a card that does nothing except for give me restrictions?
Yeah,
Like,
they changed that in Pennsylvania. I mean, I will say, like, every part of the Pennsylvania program, again, it's very corporate friendly on the side of who grows it and who sells it. But as far as patient rights go, I mean, I worked on New Jersey and Pennsylvania's medical marijuana laws. And we learned lessons in New Jersey as to what not to do. Let me tell you. I mean, when the law passed in 2010, there was not much ideal about it. We really tried to get a second bite at the apple in 2019 with the Jay Koenig Act, but all that went sideways, man. You know, it was just this very industry friendly, like, you know, revamp of the medical marijuana program. But that's the question. How do we get back to the roots? How do we go from 100,000 patients to 1 million patients in New Jersey? Because I also think that that's key to getting the mom and pop shops a better population of customers, quite frankly. I mean, Pennsylvania has seen lower prices, good access, a growing number of dispensaries. They got no complaints about how they're running that program over there, or very few at least, other than the fact that label accuracy is very low. But to the same extent, New Jersey could go there. Like right now, there's only 1,500 doctors in the entire state that people like Lefty can pay apparently $1,600 to get their medical marijuana card, which is super fucked up, by the way. I can't even believe you have to pay that much. But that's the problem. There are, by the way, there's almost 75,000 licensed physicians in the state of New Jersey. So 1,500 being part of the medical cannabis program and offering recommendations is a very small amount of the total physicians that are available. Flip that over to Pennsylvania side, and again, if New Jersey residents could walk into any urgent care and not pay $1,600, but pay like $5 for their copay, just like they do in Pennsylvania. If you could go to an urgent care in New Jersey and get your medical marijuana card, we'd have 1 million patients in like a year. We really would.
Though, because in New Jersey, it takes more documentation in terms of proving your identity to get your medical marijuana card than to get your license. And we're a 6-point license state. So,
well, it's okay. That is, interestingly enough, oddly enough, they will accept it. So
right now, like, there's a lot of people that can't actually get through the rest of the registration process, even if they can get through the doctors.
Okay, so that's a good answer though, and that's also something like that could be corrected by the CRC. Like if you're saying that the registration process is excluding people because it's tough to document, that's something CRC could fix potentially.
It's tough to document, and not only that, when they had this whole process in place of these multiple doctor visits, that means you need stable housing for that entire length of time. So anyone in homeless shelters and things like that, none of these people can even access their medicine. In New Jersey,
I mean,
get access to prison. They did arrest for something separate. They'd cut off my seizure medicine. That's, I can't go to the hospital and bring my seizure medicine. the med cards in New Jersey are a way for them to exploit money out of patients and offer them no additional protections really at this point. Like the tax savings are negligible compared to the cost of actually getting your card or jumping through the hoops or stable housing or.
Okay. All right. So I'm in Senator Troy Singleton's district, and Troy and I are about the same age. We grew up and went to a lot of the same schools in this area. And I worked with him on a bill. Troy's got two bills. He's got the bill for medical marijuana patient home grow, which is slowly moving. And then he's got a bill that's also slowly moving to pass committee that would allow New Jersey Family Care to cover the cost of medical cannabis at the dispensary. So that would mean that patients could present a New Jersey Family Care card at a dispensary and get the cost of their cannabis covered, and the dispensary owner would essentially get a monthly check from the state, just like if you operated a physical therapy clinic and were taking Medicare patients. You know what I mean? So there'd be a paperwork burden on the part of everybody, especially probably the dispensary owners. So what I asked Troy to include in the bill, which he did, is price transparency, because I don't want taxpayers to get a bad deal on this. You know what I mean? We don't want Curaleaf charging $600 an ounce for everything that they get subsidized, right? We want price because we request, when New Jersey does pay for pharmaceuticals, we ask for price transparency. And so I'm asking for the same thing on medical cannabis that we get for pharmaceuticals. And the way, just so you guys know, the language that I'm using with legislators now, because you have to understand, again, New Jersey Democrats feel like they're very proud of themselves for passing the $15 an hour living wage, and they congratulate themselves for making things more affordable in New Jersey all the time, which is negligibly true. But I've been telling them all the time that they need to negotiate for fairer prices on medical cannabis with large corporations, just like they negotiate for better prices on pharmaceutical drugs with the big drug manufacturers. That's the position that they're in. We have a medical marijuana program. They are legislators. This is a public health program. It needs to be affordable. They have products that are too expensive. Our legislators should be in a position of saying, hey, let's make it at least as cheap as Pennsylvania and Maine for our New Jersey residents. That's what they should be doing. That's not what they're doing, but that's what they should be. So that's what we'd like them to do, is negotiate for better prices. And they understand that language. So we hope that they use it. I see a basement entry to this show. Basement podcasting. I see it happening right now.
Yeah, we got two guests. We have Seth and Jay. Joe, hold on. Sorry, can't see.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
What's up, Joe? What's up, Seth? Seth, you are in a basement, correct?
I'm in a garage.
That's that's works. That's similar. We have a garage entry.
Trying to help my friend. We're getting the wiring out of this Mustang, and we're gonna put it into this one.
Oh wow!
Multitasking done right.
Yeah. So, but we're medicating a little bit.
Right on.
We're on the same note over here.
Hey,
Hey, Lefty, just came back in.
Let me ask you a quick question, Chris. The tent on the 25th. Is this tent going to be big enough? Because Baked by the River is basically closing up their shop and inviting all of their employees to come to the Hot Box for Home Grow. How many people?
Oh, you're going to be so excited, because not only do I have the glamping tent, which is, I believe it's 10 by 14. It's really big. I mean, you can definitely get like 15, 20 people in there. And it's got a smokestack and windows. It's a literal glamping tent. It is righteous, right? But I also scored two other tents this winter. I scored this Cabela's Expedition Dome tent, like an Alaskan Expedition Dome tent. So cool, man. Freestanding, you can set it up anywhere. 70-mile-an-hour winds. Good luck. The entire state police force couldn't take this tent down. It'll be awesome.
Can we put them together? Can we like put them together and like go from 10 to 10?
Yes, I did think about that. It's January. The weather could be bad, but with this expedition tent, we'll be No holds barred. Snow, sleet. We will be fine. We will be totally fine.
Burning it down in 10 Voltron.
They're just gonna see clouds of smoke blowing from it.
We need the it does, the glamping tent has a chimney like port on the ceiling. So we really need to, we're gonna have the heaters inside, but we really need to make the chimney so when anybody's smoking, we're blowing it out that chimney port. So it's just a constant flow, it'll be a nice constant flow.
Man, I would love to paint the aftermath scene in like a Bob Ross style. State house in the back, hot box tent, smoke pouring out of it.
You all come walking out like zombies.
We have propane heaters, buddy heaters, and in case it's real cold. And what was I going to say?
It's going to be real cold.
You think? I mean, the way this year could be. I mean, climate change, all that stuff could be like 65. So you never know.
I want snow on the ground.
Yeah, me too.
You want your Valley Forge moment out there in front of the State House, where you're like, I was suggesting that was the original suggestion, is that we wear all colonial cosplay gear, right?
Let's cross the Delaware River to get there. Make it a Renaissance painting.
Yes. Yes.
I'll hold the flag in the front of the boat.
Yes.
If it snows, it's a hot box snowball sesh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work at a ski area. We used to make igloos next to the ski lift, and we used to make ice bongs built into the igloo where like you'd pack it from the outside and smoke it from the inside. That was righteous.
Ice bomb.
Great, we've got an engineer for it.
Ice bomb. I call it ice bomb.
So on the 20, by the way, I'm going to meet with Senator Singleton and some other senators later in the month, actually, about the home grow legislation and the bill to have New Jersey Family Care cover the cost of medical cannabis. I think that those two bills are the biggest stimulus for the small business cannabis economy. Honestly, I think if we could get 1 million patients, if we could go from 100,000 to 1 million registered patients, we could really make a huge leap in growth in the patient population in New Jersey. There's no reason we can't do that very quickly and like literally overnight. I've been appealing to the CRC to break through that barrier, to somehow find a way to get urgent cares like Pennsylvania does, to get urgent cares to make the recommendation. Because again, if we go from 100,000 to 1 million patients, and we do get all these smaller grows online, and if dispensaries do get access to a lot more affordable wholesale cannabis, and if you are able to offer the subsidized cannabis and patients can legit use their family care card, man, that is like a recirculating goodness of economy right there. You're keeping the money in the state. You've got the New Jersey Family Care Program paying for locally grown cannabis at local places. I mean, that's the dream, right? So I mean, those two bills are the way to get there in my mind this year, along with home grow. So absolutely. I don't think home grow hurts the economy. I tell any legislator that ever listens to me that home grow stimulates the cannabis economy of New Jersey, because the dispensaries and the manufacturers and the cultivators are going to be selling all the plants and the clones and the seeds. It's just another revenue stream for the farm. So makes total sense for everybody.
It's a much more educated environment as well, and that allows for people to actually understand what's going on out there, because there's so many patients as well that don't even understand that they need access to RSO, that they need access to the concentrates, and don't understand why their card might not necessarily be working for them as well, because that education isn't really being readily presented.
You're right, and the corporate side is like upsell training. You know what I mean? They're not doing any education as far as it really is a dearth in the industry. I think that both of you mentioned earlier that the industry is being left to doing the education. That is a real problem too. So, not that Steve Cross isn't doing a great job. Not that, again, did you do the Justin Timberlake Bong Holio video for the Christmas? We really have to do that. We'll have to do that. Let's do that on January 25th. So you have to bring the Bong Holio, and you have to watch Justin Timberlake do we're going to do Bong Holio's Bud in a Box for Christmas. That's what we're going to do. So that's what it's going to be.
This is the first I'm hearing about it.
That's what it's going to be. So we have to film the Bud in the Box on the 25th. That's a priority.
We got some wizard stick to throw down on that. Just dropped off at the dispo.
It's my bud in a box. That's what we gotta do, man. So, but yeah, I think that what we need to do is give the legislature the tools to fight back against stubborn Scutari, because honestly, Singleton, Vitale, everybody that I approach, even Teresa Ruiz, they all say they want to do all three of these bills. They want to pass the bill for family care, they want to pass a home grow bill, and they want to stimulate the medical marijuana program. They want to stimulate growth in the medical program. So again, if we give them tools on that, Scutari will be hard to be stubborn. I mean, at this point, he's fighting his own party, and we need to make that more apparent. I pointed that out last year, and I will continue to point it out this year to any reporters who ask.
Hey, Joe. Joe, you're with us. You got a story? Joe, can you hear us? I don't know if you're muted or not, but Joe has a story. I'm not sure what the story is about. Joe.
Joe.
Hey.
Joe.
Joe, are you muted? Hold on.
Hey, Shay. Joe. Get it?
He's off camera right now, so he might be away for a second. There we go.
Maybe. Okay. Or maybe we're being Zoom bombed. I don't know.
Yo, if you look in the chat, I
just had that
posted
thought.
the what?
I just had that thought. Is that a Zoom bomber? Who?
Joe Shay.
No,
Zoom
Joe.
bomber?
Hey, Shay.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Shay.
Text him on his telephone. Use the old technology. Send him a carrier pigeon.
Yeah, we're being Zoom bombed for the first time. This is happening. Who is that?
You don't know who Joe Shay is?
No, that's what we're trying to figure out right now.
Right,
We're finally addressing it.
The elephant in the room.
This is Joe Shaw. Welcome to the show, Joe. Yo.
Oh.
It's the Joe Show now.
It's probably an Uber driver you gave this link to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who is this?
He's feeling awkward now. He's like, now I'm too afraid to speak up. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Feeling mad.
Jay's like,
like
no
confession.
way.
Feeling kind of sad too. Yeah, you're. Are you feeling mad?
Well, if we are being Zoom bombed, Joe, you can do better. You're just creeping right now. You're just creeping hard. I ain't feeling it.
You feeling kind of sad too?
Yeah, that had me cracking up before.
Let's pretend that Joe Shay is Senator Nicholas Scutari's. He decided to join us today. So what do you?
I can definitely say it's a fake name. Nobody is named Joe Shay. It's not real.
No,
that's true.
That's not a real name. Who is
I think
that?
it's all right. What do you think? Do you think it's the Senate Democrats, the Senate Assembly?
I'm trying to dissect the Joe Shay name. It doesn't make any sense because I have nothing to go off of other than what's happening right now.
Okay.
Well, so let's not. I was going to say this year too. Let's not worry about Nicholas Scutari. Let's act like he's not there and work on every other legislator.
Yeah, that's the approach too. And I'm going to directly contacting his office every single day, the way I have been, until they give me a meeting, because they had told me, oh, he's taking meetings in like March, but anyone. And I explained to them very carefully that, like, hey, if I wait until March to ask about when my meeting is, you're going to tell me November. So, like, going to be persistent because my health is on the line and I have no other options. Every other legislator I'm speaking with is telling me that speaking with the Senate president's my best bet. That's all I can keep doing. And everybody else can keep sending those one-click emails, and his office can and sorting them. And eventually he will do for that informational hearing. But other than that, approach every other senator with the expectation of like being collaborative.
Scutari is not bought. He is just a stubborn jerk. You know that, right? He is just an incredibly stubborn jerk. He's so annoying. I mean, it is really a demonstration of obtuse power on his part on this particular piece of legislation. I mean, I'm not kidding around. I ran down the list last year. I like, did a basically a whip the vote count on the Senate on home grow. And I found that we had the votes for it more than. I found that we had almost a super majority for it last year. So it's he knows that the votes are there. He's actively opposing it. So we really have to find new ways in 2024. We have to get creative. I do think that this is like we have really have to throw some Hail Marys as far as find some goofy celebrity moments. Like we have to, I don't know, grow a giant marijuana plant on the New Jersey beach or something like that. We have to has to happen. Something has to happen in order to sort of break through
We're
the
really
public relations thing.
because at this point, it's no longer like my life is on the line and this guy is like actively avoiding me. Like I'm not a big, scary, threatening politician. I'm not an organization or anything. At this point, we'll be able to approach with options like the ACLU or suing the state or going because they have a responsibility for constituent lives. It's the same thing that prevents me from having medicine. Go into the hospital, impaired. I wouldn't be able to choose for myself not to have a lobotomy, and the doctors forced to because that's medically the only option, and they have an obligation, according to a Supreme Court ruling, that humans are vested in the state. Like the state is responsible for them. So, the state's responsible for my life, and they're actively preventing me from getting health care. They're actively preventing me from getting medicine too. If they choose to ignore this and we see they have no grounds, we see we have will in the Senate, we have senators on board, we can approach this as like a legal issue. We can approach this as a human rights medical issue.
They're not, I mean, I'll tell you what, I've watched newspapers go to battle with the Senate though. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to see you lose out. All right, court cases take longer than political battles, right? They can draw you out in the court for years, right? So the political battle can be won in a short amount of time. I've seen politics change in an afternoon. Politics can change on a whim. And I've seen stuff get passed in the New Jersey legislature in months rather than years. So I really do think that the quickest answer is a political one, because again, other than Senator Scutari, we do have the support of the rest of the legislators. I don't know what he's got on them and why it's like House of Cards up there all the freaking time. But I mean, truth is that the rest of the legislature wants to give you a better program, wants to give you all the tools to have better health care. They actually want to do that. And again, imagine if those bills were passed. Imagine if Singleton's two bills were passed. You'd have medical home grow and you'd use New Jersey Family Care to pay for all of your cannabis. That's not a bad deal. That would actually help like a lot of people, and you'd see the patient rolls swell by hundreds of thousands. So I mean, these answers are right in front of us. And I think the court battle would take a longer time. I mean, I respect you a lot for wanting to take them to court, and I think that you should. But I think that's not the shortest solution for you.
I don't think it's a solution, but I don't think we can wait another 2 years for them to
agree.
Wiping it off the agenda for nothing. So that's where, at that point, like you said, it's not about logic, and it's not about the well-being of the citizens, and it's not about the will of the Senate. It's about what the Senate president wants. And I would assume that he also wouldn't want a bunch of media attention against him where, we have the industry and patients and veterans and medical doctors all together saying, this is what we want and need. I mean, we could run that up.
He's a tough cookie. He doesn't,
bad. This man has aspirations of going for presidency. If he is the sole person responsible for countless deaths in New Jersey, he probably won't get there. We can
Don't worry. Nick Scutari is not going to run for president. Nick Scutari is not even going to run for governor. Steve Sweeney is not even going to get elected governor. And Nick Scutari is not going to run. I mean, they'd be running him for Bob Menendez's Senate seat. They'd be running him for something better already. He's a very terrible politician. He has a huge, his skeleton, his graveyard of skeletons in his closet is so big, so big.
Any of those, like you just said, he wasn't supposed to be pushing for certain people to get their licenses. He's actively going against ethics. And if you're saying he has a full graveyard, why is none of this making a difference?
All right. So again, like he's in his position of power because New Jersey is the soprano state and he is a top mob, right? So how do we leverage him off this issue? Like I thought of two ways. Way number one, how do we get Scutari off the home grow issue completely, right? He has demonstrated what I feel is a legal conflict of interest by pushing for the dispensaries and for saying all these years that the reason we don't have home grow is to mature the industry. My point about all this is that that has created a conflict of interest in which he should recuse himself from the issue in the Senate. And if he was not there, then Singleton and Vitale would be in charge of the freaking bill and they could schedule it for their goddamn selves. So that's why I threatened to do the fucking ethical complaint, which I shouldn't have opened my goddamn mouth about last year, because today they filed the answer to that, a way for Scutari and anybody else to avoid ethical complaints by being exempt from conflicts of interest. So, like, you know, like, I don't even know what to say. I mean, they really are stealing like Kevin Spacey on House of Cards. Like, they're really annoying and Machiavellian in this regard because they have a lot of money at stake. But my point is this, is that if we remove Nick Scutari from the home grow issue, the Senate and the Assembly would pass it because he wouldn't be involved. And I believe that he's already in a conflict of interest and he should be recusing himself from this. And if all of us on this call today filed a legislative ethics complaint with the ethics committee at the Assembly, it would start a process in which they would investigate Nicholas Scutari for these ethics violations. He would have to appear and testify. Me and Ken Wolski did this. There was a legislator named Mary Pat Angelini. And she, yeah.
Oh God, please.
Sorry. Yep, I know it's tough. She's really tough lady, man. Let me tell you, she was very indicative of the legislature at the time, though. Mary Pat Angelini was from Monmouth County, and she up near Red Bank. She was assemblywoman, a very powerful assemblywoman, and she was in charge of the budget for a lot of what they used to call drug prevention programs. We're talking about fucking tens of millions of dollars a year. And so, in order to funnel this money to themselves, cops and prosecutors and their friends started up what they called drug prevention nonprofits. Like, what was Mary Pat Angelini had a funny name for hers. I can't remember it now. But she started up a drug prevention nonprofit in Monmouth County. And if you got caught with marijuana, you had to go there for part of your probation classes. And she got funneled money for this stuff. And we filed a legislative ethics complaint because she rallied against marijuana and medical marijuana legalization. She fought medical marijuana over and over again.
Yep.
And we filed a legislative ethics complaint, me and Ken did, against her because we said she makes money on prohibition. I mean, she makes money on prohibition. It's kind of cut and dry.
Body broker.
And me and Ken went to the ethics. What's that?
Body broker.
It all still happens. I mean, I hate to say, I mean, all this on a lesser scale still happens with other substances, you know, than marijuana now. But it's
she's very evil and the type of evil that I don't know her as a person, obviously, but like her the business that she's conducted in and what she represents is she is evil to me.
Who?
I don't Mary Pat Angelini.
Yeah. No, she's a very evil woman. You know, fighting things like, you know, being in the recovery industry, that kind of whole thing or whatever. She put a lot of money.
Yeah, they invented it.
She put she put a lot of money up there to fight the legalization of marijuana, and at the same time, like Chris said, was benefiting off of people being arrested for marijuana. Totally making a whole living off of prohibition and being one of the most slimiest people in politics that anyone could ever have the not privileged to come across, I would imagine. Yeah, she makes me sick when I
So-
hear that name. I haven't heard it in a minute, but
What name?
So here's the funny thing about, and just prepare yourself, I'm going to say her name again, Mary Pat Angelini. So, yes. So the funny thing about Mary Pat is that she's a Republican, right? And back in the day, we used to think that that's how Republicans acted, was like her. But Democrats in New Jersey, in my experience, they always kind of one up Republicans on their schemology. And in this case, Mary Pat is gone, but a lot of, like you said, there's a recovery industry. And right now it's largely run by Democrats of New Jersey. So they cash in on it too.
Yep.
So anyway, we filed a legislative ethics complaint against her, and it got to a hearing, and Ken and I went to the hearing, and she was found not to be in an ethical violation at that time. I have to say that Senator Scutari and maybe former Governor McGreevey and maybe Mayor Fula, maybe a lot of municipal officials, I think that they, and definitely I think Senator Scutari crossed over those ethical lines in the ethics conflicts of interest, like probably like more than once. So I'm not sure really what the answer to this is going to be, but they won't investigate it on their own. We have to file complaints for them to investigate it. So I didn't file the complaint last year, and after I saw the bill get passed unanimously by committee today, I think I'm going to just go ahead and file the complaint tomorrow. It's, I don't want to wait for them to come up with some solution to prevent. They didn't go so far as to make it retroactive. It hasn't passed the Senate yet, but I'm going to talk to a reporter about this tomorrow, and I don't think it's a good idea that they're getting on this right away in 2024. I mean, it's the first thing they freaking did this year.
And I think the fact that he went and wrote a whole bill about it means that, like, you're definitely poking a sore spot. Like, you should definitely make sure you get this addressed before they have the chance to make it retroactive. You're saying this on a public channel right now, right after we made ourselves known in the Senate today. I would like to make you aware of that your time is valuable.
Chris, did you hear what he said to me today?
I saw that. Classic Napoleon of New Jersey comment, classic Napoleon.
It was fucking awful. The whole interaction was awful. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish you guys had a better Senate president, and I wish they would treat people better up there. But I will be honest with you, like, if anything, Scutari gives you the real Trenton, okay? Yeah. That really is the real Trenton.
We'll take it, Chris.
But for real, okay, you can't. You got to give Nick credit for what he is and where he's at. He is honest in that. That is exactly how he's always been. Hasn't changed an inch in the 20 years I've known him.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? But that is why it's so frustrating why he won't change his mind on this. Because it is purely he just likes being a jerk. I mean, you met him. You can tell, right? You can tell he likes doing that. So that's the problem. I mean, it's not that he's a jerk. He doesn't even feel bad about it. It's not a matter of conscience.
It's the only part I like about him, Chris, is what you're describing.
That's his weakness. That's his weakness. I'll tell you what. You can change him in a minute. You put an A-list fucking film celebrity on his doorstep. Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, let's just pick somebody out of nowhere. He's an actor I like. Lawrence Fishburne. You take Lawrence Fishburne smoking a joint, holding a marijuana plant, and requesting a picture with Nicholas Scutari, and in that moment he says, "You're going to have to pass a home grow bill, Nick." He would say yes.
So that's what, like, we have the media option too. Like, we can go that route and see if we can pull celebrities. If that's faster than the Senate, it's sad. But like,
that's going to be what it takes.
I haven't tried before.
Do it. Get Seth Rogen and Kevin Smith and every
Danny McBride, the whole crew.
Every one of them. Anybody who ever smoked weed that was in a movie that was born in New Jersey. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, it's a long ass list. So, but
I don't even have social media set up yet. So that's where I need everybody else in the community or anybody else who watches this video to just start tagging them randomly, just
Speaking of who's randomly watching, can we right now as a group vote to remove Jay Shea from the meeting?
Come on. The
Joe
state
Shea.
police have to be included. Give them beer. They can smoke weed now. That's
Joe
Shea is clearly
supposed to
state
be
police.
a real conversation. That could be Nicholas Scutari. We don't even know.
We certainly don't.
But honestly, that's why I was saying too, like, hey, if you're saying you have the potential to file for a code of ethics, be aware we're on a public channel. You're not the only one who could be aware that you're going to make those motions if they're trying to push this through the Senate and it's getting unanimous appeal. Like, clearly we're poking at something sensitive last year. I have maybe remove the mystery man on here and maybe hop on that ethics violation.
Hi, Joe.
Later,
Yeah, I
Jeff.
mean, we don't have to vote on it, but I think we should at least maybe vote if we should vote on it to remove Jay from the meeting. He's not participating.
Let's say hello to Honeybee first. I think she's back in Hawaii, or are you still in Oregon? No, you're back in Hawaii.
You're muted, honey.
You're muted.
Aloha.
Oh, she's
So
back
I'm
in
back
Hawaii.
in Maui. I'm back in Maui. I just got done with a full day of volunteering for Napili Park and Lahaina. They're a big, huge hub that's very well organized, has all their everything just amazing, giving back to the community. Today I checked people in so they could go through and get food that they needed. They also have personal hygiene items, paper towels, toilet paper, things like that. Anything that you would need for a house. And they also have like clothes and bedding and, household items as well. So I just got done with that. And now I'm on my way to go to my old hub that is at Honokawai Beach Park, where I'm working in the children's corner, and we are starting a new. So it has the children's corner that is there was with a nonprofit called Honokawai Relief, and I talked about them when I first got here. They are no longer. So now the children's corner has its own nonprofit, and it is called Art Centered.
Art Centered.
And yeah. You like that?
Cool.
So we are open there Wednesday through Sunday in the afternoons, and I'm going to be teaching polymer clay to the kids, and we're going to make turtles, and we're going to make starfish, and then I'm going to teach them beading, jewelry stuff, and we do healing stuff. We're teaching them about horticulture. I can't talk. And, just whatever we can do to help the children with the PTSD of the fires, because there are lots of children that experience that and have a lot of anger and have a lot of issues that are coming out, and they just need a safe place to go, a safe place to know that they're welcome, so they can go play, because a lot of people are in the resort hotel rooms. So there's not a lot that they can do, because the people that are living in the resorts right now are very limited on what they can do. Even though it's a really nice place, they are very limited. And if there's a lot of restrictions, and if they break those, then they're kicked out and then they're homeless. So Joe said that his video won't work.
What about the mic?
What about the mic, Joe?
Put the mic, Joe.
I'm back in Maui. I got a room to rent across the street from where I'm going to be volunteering, and life is just going very great for me,
That's
to say the
awesome.
least. But we do need donations, like since since we broke off from Honoko'i Relief and we're now starting our own from the ground up, we need things like snacks for the kids, some waters. Water is very limited here. It's really weird. And it's Dasani. And I'm a water snob and I don't like it. But so we need donations to help with what we're trying to do. And the park that we're at is actually a very good park to be at, because they have hubs like the one I'm working at, and then they don't have another hub for at least it's far. There's a big gap between the hubs, and what we're doing, we're right in the middle of the hubs. So we need our hub, and it's very important, and the kids go there and they rely on us there. And so I am on my way to go volunteer at that one right now, because why not? I'm going to be right at the freaking beach, because Honoko'i Beach Park is right there at the water, and the whales are here. And they're about to be flopping out of the water. Well, actually, they are. My friend saw a mama and a baby whale, and they were breaching and stuff. So it's a perfect time to be in Maui. So, what happened? So thanks everyone for your support.
Thank you, Honeybee. I'm just pulling up Chris Goldstein's list of lowest cannabis prices.
Man, you freaked me out. I thought I was sharing my screen by accident. I had to close all kinds of windows.
Right? It's the Epstein
man,
list.
I'm just airing all the politics.
All
the politics gonna come right out.
Are you feeling kind of sad too?
Oh man, yeah. No, this is the lowest prices. So this is the cheap stoner list of weed in New Jersey. And that's from today, actually. These are the lowest prices I could find on New Jersey's menu. So Brutes Roots definitely has the lowest price for an ounce. So there you go, if you're willing to get to Egg Harbor Township. But really though, the price difference is pretty huge. Some of these places, man, like A21 Wellness and Scotch Plains, I'm telling you what, man, the lowest price they had was $60 an eighth. They're charging $75, $80 an eighth. I don't know who lives in Scotch Plains that can afford that level of weed. And it's the same Verano product that is $100 cheaper at a lot of the other dispensaries. I'm not sure what's up with some of these places charging like a ultra premium for the very same product. I compare it to getting a Domino's pizza. Like A21 Wellness is getting a Domino's pizza for $20 and trying to sell it for $100. Like, that is really impressive. So, but yeah, the lowest price, what you're seeing is the lowest price ounce and the lowest price product on the menu for flower. So, the lowest price flower I can find at each dispensary, some of them are $70 for 7 grams. Some are, $60 for 7 grams. Again, that's why it's pretty high, I have to say. Compared to Pennsylvania's medical marijuana dispensary, the prices for medical and adult use in New Jersey are not very different. I could do a separate menu for those, but they're not comparatively too different. A lot of dispensaries offer like a 20% discount for medical patients, which is interesting too. And some of the dispensaries this week, I noticed MPX in Atlantic City, they basically had their whole menu was 20 to 35% off. They had like a fire sale today. So that was interesting to see.
Wow.
They're like, yeah, you could get ounces there for $150 to $180 basically.
It's a craft cannabis though. I need that craft cannabis.
You're going to be out of luck for that for a while in New Jersey, Lefty. I think that You're gonna have to grow your own, or know some Amish people or something. Do you have Amish people in Bayonne? Are there the Bayonne Amish that I'm unaware of?
I
Got
heard,
some
I
Amish
heard,
buggies in Bayonne cruising through town.
from what I
Child
understand,
labor, all that
Breakwater
stuff.
has it. Breakwater has craft cannabis, and they sell it at Ripped in Jersey City.
Oh, I looked at that menu today on the adult use side. It was one of the more expensive ones. What do you call craft cannabis at Rift? What's the brand?
Breakwater.
The brand is Breakwater?
Yeah, and either Breakwater stuff.
I don't, what's funny? They don't, are they,
Cannabis,
they're
limited
medical only?
cannabis are
Yes,
two
it's
things.
medical only. And is it hand trimmed? I wonder. That's what my question is. Is it hand
I
trimmed?
see where Chris is going with that.
What?
Limited runs and craft cannabis are two different things. Just because you only grew a certain number of plants, if you still handled them the way you're doing your big commercial grows, it doesn't matter. Like that's doesn't automatically.
But like, okay, like for instance, Breakwater and Cranberry, they have a ordinance against recreational marijuana dispensaries, even though Breakwater exists in Cranberry.
So Cranberry has an ordinance against adult use.
Adult, yes, yeah, exactly. Adult use dispensaries.
But they're allowing Breakwater to continue their.
But I'm saying, like, what now? What was the dispensary that is selling it? Say that again, please. What was it, Lefty?
Which dispensary?
Dispensaries that sell in the Breakwater.
Oh, Ripped in Jersey City.
And that's recreational, like
yes,
adult use or whatever.
They do have an adult use menu there, but they don't have everything on the adult use menu. They have some stuff that's just on the medical menu.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's where you were going with it, Chris, but I would imagine they would be more than fine being a medical dispensary, playing within the adult use market, because the only thing that's holding them back from in my point of view would be they have that ordinance. I mean, they're a good business. They have great, in terms of a lot of the dispensaries, they're one of the better dispensaries in terms of the quality. But
is that where you got the $80 eighth, or
no, that was a gift, and that was from Zen Leaf and Neptune, and it was the cookies.
They gave you an $80 eighth that you didn't.
Well, I don't know if it was $80. Again, it was a gift, but I know that cookies would be the top like tier, like dispensary eighth, price. So yeah, I would imagine at least 75
plus tax.
Plus tax. Yeah, exactly. So 80.
Look, they just raised the living wage to $15 an hour, and now all the weed is $75 an eighth. I mean, this just, this is not making New Jersey more affordable. It doesn't feel more affordable. I think that's how we hold Senator Scutari too. I really do think that that's how we hold these freaking Senate Democrats to pass these bills. They pride themselves on making New Jersey more affordable. They pride themselves on negotiating good healthcare deals for New Jersey residents. And they pride themselves on being cool people. And if they want to do any of those things, they better pass all three of these goddamn bills as quickly as possible. Ridiculous.
It's a nice little workaround, though. If you wanted Breakwater quality weed, you wouldn't have to get a medical license, and you could just go to that dispensary in Jersey City and get it.
Breakwater doesn't have a license to wholesale.
Are more restricted.
So how are they able to distribute it to that dispensary?
They don't have a license to wholesale to the adult use program. So like you're looking for, I guess you're just saying that craft cannabis is going to be a medical only thing.
Well, is that Jersey City dispensary only medical, or?
Like I said, what they do is they put there's another only medical small grow operation right now that hasn't converted to the adult use program. There are several small grows that are only medical right now, man. I mean, we were talking before about the disadvantages or advantages of being a medical patient. Technically, you have access to craft cannabis in the medical program that you don't have access to in the adult use program.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to narrow down in my head. Whether that dispensary in Jersey City is just adult use or medical only.
That's interesting. I'm going to look that up tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Do you know, Lefty, if they're adult use, the one in Jersey City?
The Ripped?
Yeah.
Ripped is they have everybody's weed in there.
All right, so that's a nice way to get around not having to get a card if you wanted breakwater product.
Well, I went there and they had a sign on the wall saying we have craft cannabis, and I had never known New Jersey.
That would,
So I asked the guy, I'm like, "Hey, what's your craft cannabis?" They said, "Oh yeah, right here, this showcase right here with Breakwater's finest
yeah,
is
exactly, because
craft
that's how they
cannabis."
go.
I said,
That's
"Oh."
how Breakwater is now selling their product to the adult use market because they can't do it in Cranberry. That's what I'm trying
Oh,
to.
let's just settle this for good. I've got all these damn websites up here. I'm gonna go
Good
look up
word.
right now.
Please put this
Dang
to
it.
bed.
I'll be right back.
Please put this to bed.
Yeah.
Craft cannabis or not? Is it? What is craft cannabis?
And that's where it's like craft cannabis is also, there's no like specific scientific delineation of what's craft cannabis and what's not.
No,
So
but people do. There is a consensus for the term,
there's
though.
consensus, but there's not like the FDA has definitions for like what organic and what vegan means. There's no legal definition right now for what craft
It's the if you know, you know.
marketing term.
That's what
It's
it's
them
operating.
trying to use legacy terms in the legal market to appeal to different customers. Because the average recreational customer who's only ever been in the legal markets does not know what craft cannabis is. That's why they had, you know, it's a marketing ploy right now because they're going to call limited runs if it's a big giant commercial grow, and they're going to try calling it craft cannabis but growing it under the same conditions. They're just meaning they're doing a limited plant count of that strain. That's how they're going to be using that. It means limited availability because that's how hype markets use it too. Craft cannabis in caretaker circles or in medical circles has different definitions than in recreational circles, whether they're legal or legacy. Because the conditions of a grow affect the terpene presentation too. So
all right, so I can't get to the menus, by the way. This is a problem. I again, I went through 62 menus today, and I have to say I found maybe about 15 menus that were very hard to access. Some menus didn't exist. It's like I mean, if you go through all the freaking time and effort to get a license in New Jersey, you'd think that you might want to spend like $3.99 on a GoDaddy website that actually like works for you. You know what I mean? But to have no menu at all, there are several dispensaries that have literally no menu. And it's not like they have secret products. It's like they have like Verano and Curaleaf $60 A's, but there's no menu up. I mean, how are you going to sell weed if you have no menu? It's like, seriously, it's like a food store with no menu.
I've seen a lot of things mislabeled on menus. Like I will see things labeled RSO Dablicator, and when you read the item description, it specifies this is distillate with reintroduced terpenes. That is not the same as RSO. Not even a little bit. One will stop my seizures, one will start them. So for me, it matters very much in how menus are handled because like RSO Dablicator is not, it should be full of RSO, not distillate. So there's a lot of issues with menus, and you end up not knowing as the customer, okay, does this mean the dispensary is uneducated? Are the bud tenders going to know when I go in there? Is this just like a search engine optimization error for like the website? Or menus are more important than people give them credit for. And that's why like testing and labeling is more important than people give it credit for.
Well, you guys are chatting up Joe Shea in the chat. I like how persistent you are on the Joe Shea thing. That was pretty funny.
The second I asked if
Police. You
the
thought he
second
was
I asked if he was
Police.
Lavalette Police, he bailed.
My God, that was hilarious. That's funny.
I did try to actually like be nice because I have technical issues most of the time too, like trying to sign on to the podcast. That's why I'm on my phone because I could not get my laptop to work.
God, that shit's
But
shit.
the fact he didn't try to really like engage in that conversation, like why are you trying so hard to be a part of this podcast but not
But
gonna have
But even him saying he's having technical difficulties, after all that time, you finally wrote that in the chat after there was all this discussion and asking who you were, trying to be welcome to the show. That's all you can do. At that point, when you're ignoring, now I got to wonder, what is your spectating purposes?
Yeah,
You know?
Blah,
Who
blah,
are you?
please.
or at least admit like, hey, I don't really feel comfortable talking on the podcast. I just want to watch. But
To be
I
honest,
accidentally found myself in here instead of on the
It's not right.
if we took a vote, I would have been the first one to say, let's let him stay. But I think we should think about it.
All right, so legislative priorities for 2024. Obviously, we're going to work on home grow. How do we work on growing the medical cannabis program? The legislature is a little bit less effective than the CRC. So I'm going to work on them. And celebrities. We absolutely need famous people to be on our side. There are so many famous people who smoke weed and are medical marijuana patients. And we're not engaging with them enough. We need to give them a vehicle to be famous with their marijuana in front of the legislature. That's what we need to do. So, and there are ways to do this. We have to give Bruce Springsteen a cannabis community award or something. You know what I mean? Like an honorary
Joey Diaz
band bomb, you know? I don't like Bruce Springsteen, by the way, so anybody but him.
We got to get Joey Diaz. If you think Joey Diaz won't speak up for New Jersey, like
that's a good idea.
Joey Diaz.
I like that idea.
Everybody go reach. My roommate's been trying to reach Joey Diaz, so I'm like, yeah.
That's funny. I do think that there's something, you know, I do think that the New Jersey legislators as a group and Nicholas Scutari individually, they could be swayed by that kind of an approach. I do think that that's the thing that could get through the stubbornness. I really do, oddly enough. I don't know what else would work.
To be honest,
I'm a Quaker. I'm going to keep it positive.
Joey Diaz in the New Jersey government, yeah, that probably actually would work.
Right? Come on.
Probably.
Yes.
That's kind of what we're working with.
Together. Yeah, Joey Diaz is my vote because I feel like it'd be. I want to see Joey Diaz versus Nick Scutari.
Scutari would be all for it. He'd be like, "Oh, that's great."
But having other people like Bruce Springsteen who would appeal to a very different demographic than Joey Diaz.
I could see Springsteen being like, I just don't know if I'm the weed type.
I like to drink tequila on federal property.
I kind of like taking shots in Sandy Hook.
Exactly.
Big on mental health. Exactly. Kevin Smith is big on mental health, so we might be able to take a mental health approach with Kevin Smith, even though he's been less active with weed.
You know, there were a lot of rumors about them jumping into the industry, and I feel like they felt like they didn't want to lend their celebrity to that. They're actually pretty socially conscious guys, but I don't think that we can count specifically on Kevin Smith. I also think that somebody who's like a political celebrity would also be a win on this one. You know, if we got Bernie Sanders to plant some marijuana with us, you know, that would be great. If Cory Booker would come out and smoke a joint with us and smoke some legal marijuana with us, that might have an impact. Have you invited Cory Booker back? That's the question. Lefty, have you invited Cory Booker back? He showed up. I remember the day he showed up in his big SUV that day. That was hilarious. But have we invited Cory Booker back?
Let's do that.
Give Cory Booker an award. Give Cory Booker the Sativa Cross Lifetime Achievement Award or something like that.
Person of Excellence.
Yes, and name it like the President Obama Excellence Award. You know, like you have to because
name it the President Scutari Human Justice Award.
The Scutari Human Rights Award.
That's funny.
The Scutari
back, Jay. Thanks you could join us.
Yeah, Joe, thanks for joining us.
Joe Shea is back.
Is Joe Shea
Lava
back?
Light Police has returned.
No, it is Scutari. It's like Beetlejuice. I say his name 3 times and Joe Shea pops back.
Yeah, Joe Shea, somebody's messing with us now.
Are you really Joe
Somebody's messing with
Scutari?
us.
Nah, he's just listen. I'm not falling for this. This
It's
is
Joe
obvious what's
Scutari.
going on. Now he's going to bleed out this whole thing. I don't know how to work this. I don't know how to work that. I'm not playing.
He raised his hand. Look, he's raising his hand.
Oh, but he can figure out everything else, right?
Figured out how to raise your hand, though.
Everything else he can figure out how to do.
Oh, this is
This is funny.
sketchy.
I mean, actually, you got to come up with a little better tactic.
Oh,
but
this is not good.
very, you lefty.
Throw up something else. Throw up a thumbs up, Joe. Give me a thumbs up. Give me
He's got his hand up. You better
Everything
call
he's
on him.
doing is harder to figure out than.
Give me thumbs up. Thumbs up.
You have to call on him.
Actually, we never answered him. Joe, if you would like to get on video, there's icons on the bottom of your screen. All the way to the left, there's a microphone. There's a video.
Okay, wait. If you're on
You
the
can turn
screen,
on and you can turn off on each one.
you have to swipe left so you only see like one person and yourself. Then
His
tap
day just blinked.
on the bottom left side, you'll see mute and stop video. You can start those that way.
I say,
Oh, this is funny. Swipe left,
take
Joe.
the thumb back. How
Thumbs
did
up.
he
Hey,
take the
thumbs up. Thumbs up. He got the thumb. Put the thumb
remove
back.
it, or what's going on here?
All right. I see your hand up, Joe. I'm calling on you now. Okay, ready, Joe? Go ahead. Go, Joe.
There's a shot.
Joe, you're up. Go ahead. Go. I'm gonna lower your hand. Go. Ready? Hey, this is Joe. How you guys doing?
Lavalette PD and Company.
Hi, Joe. What are you up to? About 5'4". Oh, you're a funny guy, Joe.
His name rhymes with no way. Joe Shea. He thinks he's funny.
Hey Joe, like what do you like you can type in the chat. What do you do for a living? Like who are you? How'd you find our podcast? What's going on?
He can do everything but share video, apparently.
And where you going with that gun in your hand?
Hey, Joe.
No, but I mean
Where
just
you
like
going
type
with that
at
gun
least.
in your hand?
What's your old lady doing?
Right.
Let's mess around with another man. That ain't too cool.
Yeah,
But
because you're
hey,
on.
Joe.
Yeah, because you're spying on this meeting. That's why she's messing around with another man, Joe.
Hey, put it in there on the mic.
I mean there's also hello?
No.
No. No. No.
Yeah, you're.
No.
Are you
Whatever. I know
bad?
people watch. Like, you don't know who
Are
they're
you
watching,
feeling
but
kind of sad?
you don't get anyone joining.
Yeah, you're. Are you
Trying
feeling
to make
bad?
them-
Are you feeling kind of sad, dude?
And again, I'm not even bothered by it, but like, I just think we should all come to like an agreement. Are we getting rid of him? Are we blocking him
Are we
from
gonna
the?
vote? I'm blocking.
He
Joe.
won't even type in the chat anymore. Like we're trying to have a
That's
direct
it. He's
conversation.
not
I see what happened.
help us, help you.
Help us help
Joe.
you. Come on, Joe, I'm pulling for you.
We're all willing to help you along here, but you've got it. You've got to help yourself here. Give us a good faith sign, please,
Meet us halfway, Joe.
because we're about to vote on this. I think.
Yeah, Joe, we're gonna vote.
I say he can stay.
I say he can stay too.
I want to know what everyone else is thinking, though. Andrea, Chris.
I just want Joe to say something. I just want him to say hi in the chat. There we go. There's Joe. There's Joe in the
Joe in the chat.
There's Joe in the chat.
Joe, can I have another thumbs up at least? Can you give me a thumbs up?
Listen, Joe, I couldn't get Zoom to work at all on my laptop either. So that's why I'm on my phone. And this is a messy video, but that's why I was like, at least type in the chat. If you've been fighting this hard to get your camera to work for like
he can't be that incapable. It's just, there's no way.
Like that.
He's spending so much time communicating on how he can't get it done instead of just doing it. There's no way. Just get it done.
More time fixing the problem.
I can't figure it out. I better communicate at length on how many things I can't do right now.
Communicate, yeah.
Just figure it out. And I told you already, there's an icon on the
That's
bottom.
like
of
a
the
Zoom
screen.
catfish technique right there when you do that. Like, yeah, just reeling us in, you know.
Device.
I do think it might be.
I say get him out of here.
Device setting in on my phone.
Guaranteed he thinks he's being super hilarious right now. And it is funny. I'm going to give it to him. It is funny, but I would be able to do better.
Right now.
If I was Joe, I would be able to do better.
I feel like
you guys are trolling. Is that a dig?
We're trolling.
How are we?
Hold it off the island, buddy.
Yeah.
How are we trolling? See, I told you this guy was.
I think you just made everybody change their mind. You out of here, buddy. You are the weakest link.
Yo, he was on there for like a good 45 minutes before anyone even addressed it.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
Hit
Lurking.
that button, baby.
Lurking.
Yo, you got to go. Yo.
Hit the button, baby. You
Come on,
outta
Joe.
here.
I'm going to kick you out of here if you don't say something.
You screwed
Give me a
yourself.
hand. Give me a
Joe's-
hand or a thumb. Hand or thumb. Give me a thumb. Come on. Give me a thumb.
Wife?
You did it before. Give me a hand.
He's
Yo,
talking to the chat. That's where I'm saying, like, he is.
Why don't you just give him the boot?
Joe, give me the hand. You're getting the boot.
It's done already.
I think we all agreed he can stay. That's the problem. We're having our own conflict here.
I'm gonna keep.
I voted for you to stay,
Hey,
Joe,
Joe,
but you have
what's
to.
the plan for talking to Senate President Scutari? Type in the chat. Tell us what your thoughts on home grow and how we can work with Senate President Scutari. Tell us in the chat.
Crickets.
Joe.
Crickets.
Joe.
He's talking in the chat, but he is not answering about Senate President Scutari.
Oh, Joey, what are you doing?
Maybe-
All right. It's not like feel ass wife, guys. WTF. Just in case anybody can't read this, I'm gonna narrate Joe's chat with a little of my radio voice.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's not feel like ass.
What?
Wife, guys. WTF. I've been watching you since you can't smoke weed in Wayne. So, gee, song.
What?
Lefty.
Listen, it's typos. It's trying. I can tell certain things.
No.
Like
This is
wife
Joe.
guys is supposed to be WTF guys.
This is Joe, man. This is all Joe right here.
Yo,
He had time to
Joe-
think about this.
All right, okay. I feel
Yeah,
better.
Joe's wilding out. Every bit of this is thought out. That's what's killing me.
Oh my God.
What else did he say?
He's taking lots of time before each
Yeah,
response.
before he's responding. Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
that's a
you're-
little weird. That's a little weird.
Mad.
Well, this has been fun, guys. I think I do have the tent ready. By the way, I'm going to be sailing in January, but I'll be back by the 25th, and I will definitely be there with the glamping tents. No sweat.
Thank you.
Tents.
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 I'll be there. That's what I do. I set up tents at legislatures. I was with Occupy Philadelphia, and I camped on concrete in front of City Hall in Philly for 60 days.
Hey Chris,
He's
we got
not a cop. Now
stuff.
he says he's not a fucking cop.
Yeah, he is. That's Lavalette PD.
He might be a
yeah.
he might be a
Thank
non-fucking
you.
cop. Maybe he's
I'm
a
the only one that's
celibate
making
cop.
sense about this
That's
whole
something
thing.
a cop would
Yeah,
say.
that's
I'm
what
not a
Ever
cop.
since,
That's the first thing cops say. I'm
I'm
not
dude,
a
not-
ever since
He
Lavalette,
hasn't answered any question I've asked. I asked him earlier, like, "Hey, what do you do? Where are you from? Like,
cop.
Cop.
how are you?
Dude,
What's
dude,
your
ever
thoughts
since
on
Lavalette
Scutari?"
happened, I've been getting weird, stupid pranks, and I feel like this is just another. It's overflown into this, and it's not even funny.
It's not.
That's what I'm saying. If I was doing a prank or if I was Zoom bombing, I would be much more funnier. I'm sure he's having a good time, and I'm like, I probably sound butthurt, and it's just maybe I am or whatever. But I know what's going on. That's what's killing me is I can't prove it.
Is
I
there
also-
can't prove that.
ever
because he pops up every now and
And
then.
guess what? And guess what, Joe? I still think you should stay. That so just yeah. Stay, Shay.
I respect your determination, Joe.
It's trolling like watching paint dry.
Are you?
Get used to that. We're gonna be playing that all year long.
For the last time, no.
Feeling kind of sad too?
Do it again.
Yeah, you're. Are you feeling mad?
No.
Are you feeling kind of sad too?
No.
Yeah, you're. Are you feeling mad?
No. N-O.
Joe, J-O.
No. Goodbye.
I can't kick him out. We had a quorum. We voted.
Yeah.
Want to vote again?
Yeah, let's vote again.
I still say he can
I
stay.
say keep
I
him.
was gonna say I'm gonna have to kick myself off pretty soon.
Yeah.
He's going to be the last one on the island.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds better. We kick ourselves off.
All right, you know what? Let's close down the post office. The First Amendment auditor's got to go.
Yeah, man.
Shout out.
Show yourself.
Shout out to Tuapri closing down post offices with his First Amendment rights. I love it.
Yeah, and shout out to all the post offices who are violating every other citizen's rights by not letting them conduct lawful businesses in public buildings.
Thank you, CMMNJ. Thank you, Canasense, UFCW, Jackson Storm, Smoking Monkey, Arlo Glass, OprahMachine.com, and SativaCross.com, SativaCross.org. You can donate to SativaCross.org on the shop page. Go to the shop page, and you'll see a donate button. Hit it, and we'll give you a lighter and give you papers and give you a shirt if you give us $30. Our list starts today with Cheryl Miller, and we all know why Cheryl's on this list. Cheryl is the reason why we got medical cannabis, and not Senator Scutari. He's got it all backwards. It's because of Cheryl Miller and her husband Jim, who pushed her across New Jersey in a wheelchair. That's why we have medical cannabis, not Scutari. Come on, man. Give me a break. Sabina Rose, that girl died from a 25-hour seizure. 25-hour seizure. I couldn't imagine a 5-minute seizure. Diane, Gracie, Cindy May, Marie, Jack, Joan, Randy, Polly, Bill, Chad, Jeremy, Colette, Matt, Troy, Russ. And it's appropriate that I'm choking on this because the people on this list could not either access cannabis, were waiting for cannabis, or use cannabis to treat their ailments. So it's very appropriate to smoke while I'm doing this list. Russ, Perry, Roger, Jay, Ella, Hattie, my grandma, who I used to give breathing tests to. I used to fill up a vape bag with up in my house, drive it down to Spotswood, and it was filled with weed. And I would give it to my grandma. I say, "Hey, Grandma, we're going to test your breathing today." And she would breathe it, and she'd be like, "Oh." She knew what it was about, because after a while, she would be asking for that test. Where's the breathing test today, Edward? Where's the breathing? Here you go, Graham. Here you go. She loved it, and it helped her. Illegal as fuck. I was breaking the law. I was breaking the law, helping my grandmother with her quality of life. I was breaking the law. Just like if you're growing home growth for your cancer, or your MS, or your epilepsy, you're breaking the law. What was the law wrong? Hey, I always go back to this. Who was wrong? Was Rosa Parks wrong, or was the law wrong? Who was wrong? Rosa Parks was wrong, right? Because the law says you're not supposed to sit there. You're not supposed to do this. Other people could do that, but you can't do that. It didn't work out for that. Didn't work out for them. It's the same analogies, the same fight. Fighting for rights, human rights, civil rights, medical rights. My grandma had no access, and she needed it. And the stigma, she would never find a doctor to give her that. Because of the stigma, my grandma would never get it. My mother would never allow it. So I did it my own way, and she got it. I did it my way, and Grandma got stoned, and she liked it, and it didn't hurt her.
Amen.
Amen. Jackie Rickard, Anthony, Jake, Armando, Felicia, Lynn, Dan, Sean, Joyce, Lori. How's your uncle doing, Mikey?
He's doing all right, man. I was so glad to find that he was able to make it to 2024. Uh, it's funny. We kind of all just had a little giggle about it at Christmas dinner. About like he just, he's because he's always been, a go getter or whatever. Always doing everything all the time kind of guy. So it's just funny because we were all kind of like, man, nothing's taking him down. But we say that with, best intentions of things. But he's doing okay. He's doing okay. Not doing completely horrible. You know what I mean? He's doing okay.
Right on. That's all we can do. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Frank, Brian, Flo, Carl, Thorne Peters, Frank, Lorraine, Terry, Charlotte, Cher, Jaybird, Michael, Marley, Colette, Brendan, Red, Rico, Lulu, Becky, and Jeff Oakes.
I'd like to add one person to that list. Mwanda Edwards, that was my sister. She passed of breast cancer in 2017, and we were essentially using cannabis products for her, but it was very difficult to get what she needed at the time, and actually very illegal in New Jersey at the time.
What? Yeah, we never talked about this. I never wanted to bring it up, but I do want to add her to this list. And she, when did she pass? What year?
2017.
17. So it was hard to get it at that point. It was very difficult. Like I had to go through $1,600. It was very expensive to get it.
Expensive and very difficult to get.
But she did get it. She was able to get it.
Once. Unfortunately, before she passed, because it went really quickly for her. Months.
I'm gonna add it right now. Hold on. I don't like adding names to this list. It's just it's so hurtful. Hurtful, but in a way, it's hopeful because it's going to help somebody else when we get these things for some other patient. And you said Teresa?
Lawanda.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Lawanda.
Lawanda. Lawanda.
Yeah.
Lawanda. Yeah, there's a stigma. Doctors won't prescribe it. My friend who lived here, she had cancer, and the doctor wouldn't give her cannabis. Gave her chemo, gave her radiation, gave her all that.
Oh wait, no.
All that.
Let me tell you what it was. So my sister did her first round of chemo. I think it was like a month or so, maybe a month and a half. So the doctor noticed that she wasn't having any symptoms from, no hair falling out, no fatigue, no nothing. It was just regular for her. So essentially he decides he wants to up the dosage. Yeah, it was all downhill from there. Ridiculous.
That's what happened to my sister-in-law. So Denise's sister.
Whoa, you guys, Officer Shea is up.
Get him out of here.
Whoa.
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 Wait a minute.
Yo, whoa.
Okay, I retract every statement I made.
We take it all back, Joe. Joe, we're sorry. We take it all back, man. Everything we said, we didn't mean it.
You're not a troll.
Oh.
No. Let's not all just immediately over commit to some statements and some feelings and positions that maybe. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
You gotta get that light out the background. I see what you did there, buddy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you're doing the silhouette thing.
I see what you did there, buddy. Okay, all right.
I like that. Joe. That's fun. That's playful. Now, I like that, Joe. Light his face up with a lighter.
Okay.
Bong hit. Definitely not a cop. I feel better about that. All right, good.
Definitely not Mr. Scateri.
You're definitely
Joe,
not the Senate president. I'm sorry.
Joe,
I
are
was
you
wrong.
related to Scutari? Are you his little brother
Or the Ciceros.
or the Lambs?
I think he got his video going, but not his sound.
What is that icon? He's got like a Christmas tree icon with a moon in the background or something. Yo, you do have all your crap all screwed up. What is this? I've never seen that icon before in my life on Zoom. This is wild, Joe.
Didn't you?
Yeah,
Weren't
I
you?
can't hear anything that he's on a different call.
Yeah.
Like he's definitely talking to somebody else, right?
Yo, he thinks right now his video's off. He doesn't even know this.
Yo,
He's,
you lived through COVID, did you? Come on.
He's on another call. Yeah,
Joe, we can
he's
see
like
you.
talking to his girlfriend or something.
Bro,
We better
Joe,
be
we can
careful.
finally see you.
Bro, we see you.
No.
Bro, we see you, Joe.
Bro, we can see you. Like,
Finally.
He's gonna have to hold up notes. It's gonna be like
Yeah,
The Martian.
make-
We're gonna have
make
to
a note.
use like
No,
decahedron.
he's
Write a note, please.
still. Did anyone get a good look at his face?
He gave like a. There we go.
I can hear you now. What is this?
What is going on here?
All right, yes. All right, Joe's awesome. All right, I'm a fan of Joe.
Hey guys, I'm so happy to be
Yo,
here.
Joe, I was fighting for you the whole time about like staying or whatever. I felt like you have just as much as rights as everybody else, and I was like, we got to keep you here. Questionable behavior, but like, you're here. What up?
I'm just trying to get the lighting right for you guys, man. Just give me a few minutes, man. I'm gonna get the lighting right, and we're gonna be with you in a minute. Hold on, man.
Yeah, a little less silhouette-y.
I'm gonna get this voice going, and then I'm gonna say something.
You better have something good to say after all this.
Right?
Hey, Jesus.
Oh.
If technical difficulties was a crime, come get him now. Jesus. Do not pass go.
Right now, his screen looks like a 70s like album cover.
Do it again,
Like one of
Chris.
the best ones.
This is like Pictionary on Zoom. It's like Zoom Pictionary.
Oh, do you know we can see you?
You hold up a note there, Chris. Show him how to do it.
Yeah.
I don't have my reverse camera thing on, so it's.
Oh,
Turn the little microphone.
Yo, he's gone. Yo, he's wilding out. He's funny.
that again.
He's a funny guy.
Yo,
This guy is killing me.
what is going on here?
I don't know. He giving me mixed
Dude,
emotions. He playing with
finally got Zoom bombed.
Do you want me
He
or not?
bombed you right at the end. He was just like bombing away right at the
Yeah.
end, though.
And did you like when you're reading his lips? He was just rambling. That's why everyone thought he was on another conversation.
What's that, Andrea?
When his camera first clicked on, he did like a whole like big wave dance thing, like his face was full lit, and then it turned into like this weird shadow hunt.
Yeah, it was a nice presentation. I'll give it to him.
I appreciate that he did follow through and figure out a way
I have a feeling none of it was like intent to like there was no intent to be artistic, but he's killing it right now on the art level.
Yeah. He went from Bruce Wayne to Batman real quick.
And the silhouette and like the album cover, like seal and like, this is very Quentin Tarantino.
Hey Ed, he couldn't get his voice box working.
Yeah.
Looked like he was saying a whole lot.
Oh my god, I can't stand that guy.
What are the chances he's just trying to join the podcast and he's having technical difficulties and he's been fighting this problem for like the last hour and a half?
Slim to none.
That's where
Exactly.
Unless he's a moron. And he didn't seem like a moron.
Because you'd give up. If you were genuine, you just give up. You'd be like, this is not that important. There's not much I could have really, not much input I could have really given.
Yeah, but he did kind of take over the podcast for the last, half hour.
He Zoom bombed. He did.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He definitely crawled out from under that bridge.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys a Joe Shea goodbye tonight. I'm just gonna like make a bunch of funny moves on mute and then leave. So I'll see y'all later.
Joe Shea sign off.
Yo, It's pretty good.
Oh, there he goes.
That's a whole new category of goodbye that we're gonna use now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Last time I was on, I did like that seizure sign off where I like blacked my camera out for a minute and then was like, oh, I'm not making it back. So I like the Joe Say sign off better.
Lefty, you didn't know who that was, did you?
Do a silhouette sign off.
No, that was Scutari's little brother.
I hope so. Get in this man's head from every angle.
Works for me.
Works for me.
Ed, we got to do a red light silhouette in the doorway bar.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Let's work on some backlighting in here. All right, guys. Let's finish it off.
Yeah, let's do it.
They went with songs to the battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and aglow. They were staunch to the end, against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
See ya!
Translate it next time? Can we translate that next time?
To what?
I don't know, English?
To English?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What was that?
It says, they
if
shall...
you read it too fast, nobody would understand it.
They shall grow not old.
Yeah, what that mean?
Which is kind of like a weird way of saying...
I know what it means. I'm just saying for the people who don't.
They shall grow...
Oh, I see what you're saying, Richard. I see what you're saying. You're saying it should have been said at a slower rate. Is what you're saying.
Even that, you know, but
They shall grow.
Grow what?
Not old.
Yeah. Carry on.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old.
Yes.
He wants it at that kind of rate.
I put this.
Yeah, 'cause he said it so fast.
The breaks.
Like, what are you speaking?
Yeah, we need breaks in there.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, Richard. All right.
You gotta start using my government.
No, you're right. That's what's killing me. I can't argue with the man. He's 100% correct. I've done this hundreds of times, man. And like, honestly, I'm not trying to be like whatever, but I gotta take a piss, and I wasn't trying to like just. I know we're like getting off right now, and I wasn't trying to kill the video, like mute it, and just like the part. I know it's like happening naturally or whatever. So yeah, I kind of did. I didn't rush it, but yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah. Do what you do. Do what you do, baby.
Yeah. And now it took even more time. Actually, it's like.
Now look what you did.
Yeah, now look what I did.
He's not rushing to the bathroom.
I'm still here. All right. Well, you guys have a good night.
Good night, everybody.